Welcome back to the Crypto Kingdom. This is London. We are bringing you a critical update, a critical update on Harmony 1, the pricing action. We have the extensions, Fibonacci extensions drawn out. In addition, we have some of the retracements. We are at kind of a critical level. I wanted to bring you a kind of a live stream update here quickly. I'm going to put in the comment section, first of all, we're going to put let's see. First of all, let's get to the price. Okay, the price is about just over 15 cents. Now, we spoke last night, okay? Harmony 1 had increased in price roughly about 20%, right exactly on our pricing target. It hit our pricing target, went up 20%, okay? So within the last 5 days, those who sold, and there was a lot of selling that went on. The aggregated selling, it looks like people took profits thus far. We'll discuss the kind of the trajectory of where we think that the price will go. But in and around with the last 5 days, you've got a 30%, you have now a 20%, over a 30, over a 20. So you're looking at about a 70% aggregate, all right, over the last 5 days. Let's discuss how this fits into the broader picture. Now, if you're new to the channel, we'd like you to go ahead and subscribe, okay? This is the type, excuse me, this is the type of information in terms of pricing targets that we're ready to bring you on a consistent basis. We bring that information to you very frequently. So let me go ahead and tune into the channel and make sure that our audio is okay. And let's see what we're doing. In terms of the pricing targets, we have a loyal base. That loyal base likes to receive our price targets. Obviously, we're very consistent on them, and if you'd like to receive these pricing targets, now this is on Harmony 1. It's phenomenal. It's got incredible price action. I'll say that. This target we had planned out. It's part of the Fibonacci set. Okay, so it's not debatable as to whether or not we would provide it. It's provided by the program. Whether or not you're able to, or the mathematics involved, whether or not you're able to see that, that will dictate, or use the program. I'll say to achieve that price target for yourself independently of the channel. Many people may not be able to do that. That's how we are able to help guide, at least technologically, your walk through trading, and particularly Harmony 1 trading, and to be able to focus you in on these key levels. So if you would like to continue to receive those levels, please go ahead. I'll put it in the chat right now. Hello again, Orlando. Shout out to you. BU, hey. Shout out to all you guys. I'm going to put the Discord right here and on top. And we're also going to be doing, you guys remember, we're going to be doing a giveaway. A 1,000 Harmony 1. It's going to be a 1,000 Harmony 1 giveaway. All right, so go ahead on that top portion of the chat that you see right now. That's going to be, that is going to be the giveaway. You'll see a giveaway section in the Discord, and we'd be happy to have you there. There we discuss a lot of price targets, and again, guys, it's not us just throwing a dart at a dartboard. It's very precise. This is going to bring up the Discord in a second, but these are Fibonacci levels. These are very highly accurate levels that you don't have to know how to calculate the Fibonacci's at all. That's not what you need to focus on. That's not the point here. The point is they're given to us. So if they're given to us, why don't we use them? I know how to use the programs. Some other people do as well. We establish trends. We look at technical analysis, and that assists us in making gains. All right, in achieving gains in the market, and that's our goal: bring you accurate information in a timely manner, so that you can use these pre-designated points in time or price targets, or sometimes both. So that if you're entering into, let's say for instance, a limit order, you may see this price target. We may talk about this price target for 3-4 days. You can enter into a limit order, put in an order saying, I'd like to pay this much for this amount of Harmony 1. That's it. When it hits this price, bam, you get a 30% return on your money. Okay, you can also enter a sale order. So within the last number of hours, Harmony 1 has broken out. So follow that top level comment in the chat, so that you're able to kind of participate in us as you find these next pricing targets and we're very happy with the Discord thus far. It's a good chat group. That's all it is a chat group. Nice rules, nice professional environment. You guys will like it a lot. We also, let me bring up in terms of the giveaway, etc. Just so you know, up front, just so you know, we do have a great Twitter. The Twitter, excuse me, the Twitter account. If you go to the search box, my voice is a little scruffy this morning. We got plenty of sleep, didn't we all? Everyone got plenty of sleep. We're excited about Harmony One to see where it goes. I'll get into that in 1 second. Go ahead and search the Kingdom. We're the Crypto Kingdom, so our Twitter is THE Kingdom. You have to spell it out, okay? And then once you write that into the search box, we have kind of I call it a nice level of listing because we're not out in front of everyone's face. Click on at the Kingdom. It'll say go to the Kingdom. You'll have to scroll to the bottom. Go ahead and click on that in the Twitter. We'll let you know about giveaways like the 1000 Harmony One giveaway. And we have a lot of excitement about Harmony One. It's gone up 20 times in the past several weeks. It's during a kind of tumultuous time in the market because it looks like some of the other coins are currently trying to achieve and have achieved a new all-time high. And we have to state that Bitcoin has gone and achieved an all-time high. It may be attracting some investment right now, and typically as it sheds price, it will go to the favor of Harmony One and the other kind of altcoins. If it has achieved, as this morning, it has achieved a brand new all-time high. It's possible it has recruited a little bit of cash away from Harmony One. Now, that may be part of what we're seeing here is that Bitcoin is going on a run right now. It's achieved an all-time high. Okay, as of this morning, it has broken out. It has achieved an all-time high. I think in around 62,925. That's real close. So it may be recruiting some capital away from Harmony One. Not a significant amount. Okay, it's not by any means a crash or any kind of a dump in Harmony One. So let's kind of take a detailed look at exactly where we got to, why exactly we got to the figures we got to, and how that's relevant to you. So first of all, join that Discord, join that Twitter, and let's keep you posted on the next. Okay, the next. If this is not a continuation, if we don't see a continuation of the uptrend here, which we may, okay, I'll get through some of the previous price action, and it typically involves one or two fake outs. Okay, so it involves at least one or two kind of dog legs in the overall leg, the price action up. So it would not be, completely beyond reason for us to see a little bit of a hiccup. We saw a little bit of a drawback, maybe to wash out some weak hands in the process. As we look at about 5 days ago or so, 5-6 days ago, we saw a beautiful, price target achieved. Execution of buys. Now we saw this. Okay, we saw an escalation of the price up to about 15.8. Then we saw a pullback, and people thought the party was over. Then it decided to run again. Okay, it ran all the way up to about 17. So, and this is repeated throughout the previous price actions. It likes to give a little bit of a hook. What do you want to call it? Just a hiccup. I guess we can call this not a technical terminology, but a little bit of a hiccup. So we may be seeing a little bit of a hiccup here, and in terms of just kind of a fake out, kind of a presentation of, are you sure you want to stay in this? Are you sure you want to ride through this? It has a habit of doing that. It also has a habit of rewarding. Typically, it has rewarded those who have decided to stay in it from this bottom level. So let's go ahead and see that in a few other instances here. Now we'll want to redraw this. I have the extensions, guys. These are fib extensions all over the map, and I can move these if you'd like me to move them, and we can actually clean this chart up instead of just resetting it. Let's remove a majority of these so we can take a look at that pricing action. Now we have two options in terms of Fibonacci's. Actually, many options. The primary options that we use are called extensions and retracements. Okay, so the extensions, excuse me, and the retracements are kind of crucial in terms of our projections of the price. Those are the pre-calculated. Fibonacci's are the pre-calculated. Okay, pre-calculated as part of the program, part of the market function. Excuse me. That's not right. Excuse me. I need to go out and jog this morning. Apparently my sinuses aren't bad enough. I need to get out there and jog again. Every morning you guys hear me. It's like, well, I just got back from hitting the iron and jogging. So the weather is moving into Texas. It's not exactly perfect out here, but I'll be out there in a bit hitting it again. So let's look at the fake out here, guys. Huge fake out. Okay, you see this? Enormous fake out. That's phenomenal. Here, arguable. It gets iffy with a big move to the upside. Here, we just saw a straight line consolidation. Here, it was a pretty smooth move to the upside here. So that was relatively normal. A few different times, including the most recent time, we saw a little bit of a fake out. Now, let's see, the goal of the channel consistently is to give you pricing targets and that action that you can depend on mathematically. That takes it beyond our individualized opinion. We don't want to give you our opinion. That is not reliable. A lot of people's opinion is just not reliable. What do you think is going to happen? Well, I'm not going to tell you, if I do, it's going to be exactly like that. I think, my own personal feeling is, but, it's when we get into the mathematics involved, you surpass all of that. Okay, and when you surpass all of that, you start dealing with the same mathematics and the sets of pricing targets that the market makers and the exchanges and the larger investors are dealing with. So that is that's what you want to be dealing with, incidentally. So shout out to you guys in the chat. Go ahead and tell me. First of all, hit the thumb up just so I can know you guys are definitely not robots, that you're here, that you like Harmony One. It will help me in my diagnostics to know how many people filter through. This morning we may have a little bit of an extended stream, and it will help me know how many people are here right now and you're actually involved with Harmony One, you actually like it, or you're part of the community already. That will help me understand that and do some diagnostics for our kind of the work that we balance in between the Discord, the Twitter, and YouTube. We have a lot of resources that are going towards each of those right now. A lot of people that are working very hard on all three fronts. So again, let's look at the overall gains that people have made, because I can't necessarily say at all, guys, I cannot say at all that the individuals who have decided to sell were unreasonable, okay, at all, that they were unreasonable in selling, okay? This is your community. This is what you have decided, to do this morning, is to an extent you've decided to sell. We saw that price action. We saw that last night live. The stream did end. There was just kind of a timeout on the stream. It wasn't a problem. We just let it kind of go. I said, let's get some additional price action. I went over to the Discord for a moment. As we look at this, see, I'm not going to blame anyone ever for taking a profit of 22%, 22.7%. I'm just not going to blame anyone for taking a profit at 22%. That becomes difficult to justify in terms of, you're not going to have a channel here where someone's screaming at you, telling you to hold, diamond hands, hold. We're not controlling the market. We're giving you the information so that you can make an educated, an educated decision. Define your own strategy. What is your profit threshold? Okay, as you look at a 22% gain, that is phenomenal, guys. That is okay. That's good enough. As we add on, let's do this. Let's add on the original gain that people got with our price target in and around this earlier event. Now this one will get you. This one was up to, some people made up to 50%. Some people made up to 50% on this previous trade. Now within, and that noise is, I believe, people subscribing, or I'm not sure what you guys are doing in the background, but it's noticing it. That's good. If you look at our specific price target from here to here, you started to get into, now if you dug deeply into it and discounted even the pricing target, you were at about 50% without that going straight to our price target, without trying to even get a little bit better of a bargain, you got 40%. Okay, some of you sold out at 40%. I can't tell you guys. I cannot tell anyone, look, 40% isn't enough. I'm not here to orchestrate an overall, you guys know that. I'm not here to orchestrate a kind of a power club that's going to take it, I'm not here to take advantage of your of your positions. That's not what it's all about. I put you in a position by delivering the information that's calculated by the programs that we're given. I put you in a position to make the money. If you want to take the money, I always have said, no one ever went broke by taking profits. That's the truth. So, and yeah, I've said beforehand that, you need to take care of yourself. You need to pay yourself. You put in a lot of time. So that is what is occurring. Now, it is having an effect and overall impact thus far, assuming this is not a fake out. But I want to let you know, this was say 40%, okay? And a solid 30%, okay, on top of another, let's say a solid 20% in here. Some people made over 70% in the last 5 days. That's phenomenal money. That's literally, if you're playing with $100,000, you literally made $70,000 on $100,000. So for me to look at you, I mean, you would, the crowd that made the 70% is probably discussing amongst themselves politely, oh sure, you're going to tell me to hold when I've just made $70,000 on a $100,000 investment. You guys can see the complication there. So those are the kind of the dynamics that we're dealing with. We did kind of program trade and create more of a bullish pattern here, okay? Now that's program trading in terms of just an approach on the Fibonacci levels, okay? If you're new to the channel, go and make sure that you hit the live chat and that you hit the top Discord, okay? Because that Discord, we're actually going to be giving away 1,000 Harmony 1 very soon. We just gave away 500 a few days ago. Shout out to Yoski and to the administrators there for their support and the giveaways. It's phenomenal. For everyone that is helping out, it's really great. Now, our kind of approach here is to create, given the fact we're in somewhat of a retracement in Harmony 1, which has unequaled price action, guys. It's unequaled price action, 20 times your money. It's a phenomenal, well-traded investment. I'll just say that. So people are not bored here. As you look at joining the Discord, getting our pricing targets, etc. I give them to you on YouTube. They're specified further in your ability to ask me questions or to ask other people questions in the community. It's growing extremely fast, so we would appreciate you guys joining the Discord and the Twitter. One more time on the Twitter, very easy, The Kingdom. Type in The Kingdom to the search box. As you guys know, you'll never forget it now, and go to The Kingdom. You'll have to go all the way down, drop down, then you'll be able to click on follow. But you'll have to look us up through the search box and it'll say go to The Kingdom on the bottom. The Kingdom, we're the crypto kingdom. Let's and that'll give you access to the giveaways. That'll give you access to the specified price targets. That's not on a video that you have to rewatch. It'll be exactly on an image or something like that. So that is positive. All right. So people essentially want to know what's going to happen. I want to move into kind of a closer view. We can also discuss a little bit of the divergence, if you'd like to, in terms of the overall market divergence. That's an escalated kind of issue, or I'd say an advanced issue in terms of market convergence. We'd get into market capitalization and kind of a convergence or divergence of the overall market. That's kind of an advanced concept. So if you guys would like to deal with the convergence or divergence of the overall market capitalization, I'd like to say it's a little bit early in the morning. All right, it's 7 in the morning. If you guys want to get into the market cap divergence and convergence, maybe you guys need to go back to like graduate school or something like that. I'm not sure. So I mean, that's just some heavyweight conversation for 7 a.m. We can talk about it. I don't mind doing it. I've already looked at it, but you guys know that is some heavyweight stuff. So as we look at the pattern that was formed, I've gone into the 30-minute to give us a real kind of micro look at this, and we may look at it on the candles as well, which I rarely do. I don't see that we need to do that. But we have broken out of this channel. Now, typically, as we look at the different levels, now, how did we know we would hit this? Well, this is just all this is the level that was hit was exactly a fib retracement level, just precisely, okay? So we had highlighted that level. Told you individuals about it, you great loyal subscribers, and you just knew it was coming as clear as, and if we get back onto the 4-hour, you'll see exactly that level and how it was achieved. As we go into the 30-minute, I'm bringing up some of these details because you're not always guaranteed, and let's just get all of this to the side, because you can get heavy enough with your retracements and your extensions to where you're left with the big question of what am I looking at? We don't want that scenario. What I have done is let's move this retracement back over here, and we're on the 4-hour. Okay, as we look at the retracement into here, let's see. Let's go to the 1-hour from the 4-hour, and we're going to get to. Let's see. Now, your Fibonacci's will need to be redrawn as you get into different levels of your, different levels of your time frame. Okay, let's see in here. Now we're going to want to go back into, essentially to show you this, we will go to the candle action. Okay, I normally don't go to the candle action because it gets fuzzy along, where exactly should you draw your lines. I draw my lines on the lines, that's it. Here is your pricing target where you are able to meet this point 2 times, okay? This is on the 1-hour. It also shows on the 4-hour you are able to meet this pricing target, which is just the 0.78 retracement on the Fibonacci, okay? That's all that is. That level's given to you, okay? That's given to all of us, so it's not me guessing. It's nothing like that. It's exactly the level. From there, you were able to make over 20%. So congratulations to the people who made 20%. What we're looking at now, people want to know in terms of a projection. If you're still holding onto that, and you did enter in and around the time period where we thought it was I did mention this is going to be some heavy pricing action. There are going to be orders here. There's going to be money at this level. How did I know that? Because it is it's a Fibonacci level, guys. That's just the nature of a Fibonacci level, particularly after a move like this. It's just that's the way the market works. So the reliable levels for that reason. In terms of the pricing action going forward, those who entered now who are still in right now and did not sell, and they wanted more than 20%, that again is your prerogative. A standard extension on this that we went over last night, okay, a standard extension. Let's get past the retracement real quickly and let's go into an extension, what we would typically expect to see on an extension basis. Let's go back to the actual line charts. Let's get into, not there, let's get into, let's look at the lines. All right, in terms of the, redo that. In terms of the extensions, now that's the extension on the upside, what we can anticipate seeing after a rise in price, a retracement. We start to look at, well, what's the level of extension? To what price can we expect the next run to extend? Okay, now standard with Harmony 1 has been very much into this blue zone. Okay, this 1739, this 1829. Now, if that has been compromised, I had a discussion. I'll just say this: I had a discussion with a member yesterday. Someone who's very prominent in Harmony 1, and he was discussing. I would like you guys to listen to this. He was discussing, Bitcoin, and I was discussing things with him and trying to bring back around the flavor, this and that, Harmony 1, and everyone. If you're using Bitcoin as a hedge or another thing as a hedge, that's phenomenal. As we can incorporate that, that's a good thing. It just expresses the generalized sentiment that we have gone from an all-in on Harmony 1 approach and kind of a sentiment to me hearing this, well, now Bitcoin. And guys, Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high. So it is, people are going through that dynamic event where they're just entranced, they're enthralled with Bitcoin as it's going higher, which is the wrong time to be interested in it. I just tell you, and not that it won't go up and it won't do great things, but you don't want to chase things that are already going high. You never want to do that. And when I hear that from people, when I do hear, well, they're very entranced with it right now, guys, when I hear that, it screams kind of a novice trader to me. And that's because you're not going to get a really great price on it. If I had heard that when Bitcoin was really down a number of months ago and someone was really supporting it at that time, then I would have a different readout on that. If it were pulling back and people were expecting it to go to 40 and all that was all the talk, then I would have said, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is probably an experienced trader who wants to pick it up right now and more at heavier levels. When someone's discussing it right now while it's high and breaking through its all-time highs and wanting to just get involved in a discussion that's kind of, you're in the high and hype of the market. That's not a very educated trader to me. I would question how much success that trader has had if they're just on that boat now. If they've had a lot of success in the past and they hold, that may adjust things a bit. But typically, I like to see people talking about getting in at good prices. We buy low, we sell high. So as people talk about getting into Bitcoin right now, you can kind of trace out the history. When it has reached a high, it likes to go back and experience some of these dips that we've gone through. It may have a great run. Let's hope that it does have a great run. It will give some longevity to Harmony One and the other altcoins. But that was one of the instances. Okay, that was one of the situations that I did hear recently. I was on a conference call, it was international, and someone who's in Harmony One was discussing, Bitcoin. And of course, it's hot. It's all over the news. It's on CNBC. It's all over the place. And this is relevant to our community because, yeah, they're involved in Harmony One. Yeah, they really like Harmony One. But there's maybe a problem with the rest of the community because they don't really know what's going on with Bitcoin right now. Well, yeah, we do because we watch the news. And yeah, we see it getting an all-new high right now this morning. But we really like the story of Harmony One. I mean, I got to be honest. We like the story of Harmony One. That's why we're involved in it. So, just a measured, there are two ways to go with that argument. One is, okay, well, maybe we need to engage in kind of a diversification of your portfolio, okay, kind of discussion. That's great, okay? You don't have to be just holding Harmony One. Maybe you would like to look for something that has a negative correlation or something that is kind of a hedge so that when Harmony One backs off like it did this morning, you're going to be making money in another investment. That's a great investment. I can always appreciate those types of conversations. And, there's a balance. Let's just say there's a balance. And I'll say even mathematically, there is a balance between, okay, being all in on Harmony One and that's it. And, just trading, or even if you just want to trade Harmony One, and having kind of an excessive, kind of diffuse approach where you're always going to be scattered looking for another investment or looking for the latest hot thing or what's about to break through right now. You can do that, but a lot of these breakthroughs have pullbacks very shortly thereafter. I like to understand the price action of something like Harmony One that's very predictable. So this 20%, was it predictable? It's a lot of money recently here. While we're not in kind of the peak of the bull run, to expect people to just go ahead and say, well, okay, London, we made 20%. That's great. We're holding on for 30 and that's it. We have to reach this dynamic of the Fibonacci extension. It doesn't have to be that way. And while it has faked out beforehand, it looks like it is retracing here. It's gotten a bounce already. We'll see what it decides to do. We'll see what the market participants, decide to make of it, okay? You will dictate whether or not this decides to go, okay, up here, and we get a real price movement. And, this us bringing the rocket out was for good reason. Now, we had already covered back any investment that was made along this journey. And that's, I think, what got people interested is, in addition, as they peppered in investments along the way, and we did create a beautiful, collectively, we as the market participants, created a beautiful kind of bullish trajectory, pushing out, horizontally here, I'll say, instead of just a large drop vertically. Okay, we created kind of a bullish scenario here, wherein we were able to recapture all of these kind of peppered in accumulations. So I think that was a big win for people, okay? More so than, say, a single hit where they decided to put all of their money in or the amount of money at this level they were willing to risk. It always involves risk. You guys know that. Even with the calculations, there's a degree of risk. This was a scenario with 30% was achieved on a heavy kind of leveraged single trade. Okay, at a specified price that we had talked about for a long time, 30% to the upside. This specific, since then, we have seen an accumulation, and we have focused on an accumulation strategy, okay, in Harmony One at the different Fibonacci levels that are already given to us to allow the market maker to create some conditions whereby we could profit. And this 20% allowed for this accumulation and was on top of any accumulated kind of or accumulation investment amounts. along this way during this kind of slight retracement. So your strategy covered you if you've been listening to the channel and paying attention. And again, that strategy is discussed heavily in the Discord. So that pinned message on the chat right there, you're going to want to pay attention, and you're going to want to fall in line with the Discord. It's fall in line. Just join us for a discussion. We're giving away 1,000 Harmony One, and if you'd like to win, you will have to, I think, hit a thumbs up. So if you'd like to win, fall in line, hit a thumbs up for the 1,000 Harmony One when that does come, when that comes to fruition. So that's a good thing. That's at the top of the chat room. Hit us up in the Twitter as well. You guys who are new, I see some new people coming in on the Twitter. Hear about the 1,000 Harmony giveaway, which is coming soon. And you'll type in the kingdom here, just so you guys don't forget. And you guys, mention us in some tweets. Let's get some action going. You'll go to, excuse me, my other device wants to wake up. Let's see how it wants to do that. Let me turn this alarm off. Okay, there we go. That's my other alarm. So if you'll type in the search box, The Kingdom, and you'll have to go down to the bottom and say, go to The Kingdom. Great. You guys mention us. Go ahead and follow. Let's stay in touch here. We'll keep you abreast of any new giveaways. We'll give you some price targets. We'll discuss some other great investments. And this is an exciting time, guys. Why is it exciting? Even if people are kind of pulling out at 20%. Okay, London, fine. We've made 70% over the last 5 days. We're going to tell you maybe people want to roll some of their money into Bitcoin just for status. Maybe they want to do that. That's fine. We're going to be focused fully on Harmony One on this channel. If you want to discuss the other ones, get into the discourse. But we're giving away Harmony One. We're not giving away anything else. So that's our favorite. I mean, that's our favorite here at the channel. That's the truth of that. So if you're in the channel right now, please hit the thumb up so that I know we're not talking to bots. If you are liking Harmony One, if you like the community and you're a real person, okay, please hit and confirm. That's how we confirm on our diagnostics that yes, you're listening, and this is a real community of people that are looking at Harmony One as an investment. Okay, that's important to us that we confirm that. I see a few of you hitting that. It's important in terms of how long we go as well on the stream. So if you'd like the stream to continue, go ahead and click a thumb up there for the like, and that will allow others to also receive the stream as well. So we have kind of a history of fake outs here. I'll tell you that. I'll show you exactly this level of support and what we're hitting on kind of a micro scale in here. We have typically, seen a retracement in and around to at least, or let's say an extension to at least this level of 1735 or this 1833. Okay, we've seen at least accomplishing this 1735 or this ballpark 1833. And I haven't taken the scalpel to this or the fine surgical I haven't put the surgical gloves on in terms of giving you the precise calculated measures there, but those are the ballparks. Now, as we look at this specific level of retracement, we can use Fibonacci retracements within this level. You say, why are you so obsessed with Fibonacci retracements? Well, because people have just made 70% in the last 5 days using the retracement levels. Period. And you'll have to watch the streams. You'll have to understand how we're doing that and why we're doing that. It's the calculations that the market makers are giving us. The exchanges are giving us that information. Why would we not use the information the exchanges are giving us? Okay, those price targets the exchanges are giving us to make money with the exchange. Guys, this is easy. It's almost like, you want to open a business? It's like, here's the how-to guide on how to trade cryptocurrency. The exchanges are giving us this information. They're giving us the Fibonacci retracement tools. Okay, they've functioned phenomenally well. So, and you always want to protect yourself on the downside. We call it having insurance, okay? If you were to digress to a lower level at all, and we'll discuss that in a moment, we have a big price target. I want you guys to know there's a big upcoming price target, assuming that we don't go to the upside. And I'll say that's a big assumption because Harmony One likes to fake out and go to the upside. There is a big price target that I want people to pay attention to. All right, so it's called the golden pocket. If we're waiting for the golden pocket, it may be a little bit of time, but it's a big price target, and everyone can be expected to be prepared to go in heavy. Okay, it's going to be. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a heavy move, guys. A heavy move. So if you look at things, stay in touch with us. Stay in touch with us in our Discord. It's pinned at the top, and stay in touch with us at the Twitter as well. This is going to be a heavy move. It's just a pre-calculated heavy move. If you guys took 20% and you're going to tell me, well, London, I'll tell you what, we're going to wait for this golden pocket. We have our orders in, and we're going to push for a discount on this. We want to rocket up. I just tell you, this rocket ship right here should be significant. Okay, this should be a significant ride for people. As I'm flashing this is me flashing right now, and I will refer back to this. This is me flashing a rocket ship at another price target. Okay, be prepared. Okay, there is a price target. That may be annoying to look at, but I just did it because you'll remember that I did it, and I'll remind you that I did it. It's going to be exactly like this price target. I said there's going to be money available here. There are going to be orders available here. I told you in no uncertain terms, period, in no uncertain terms, that literally this is the point. All right, so I have my background. Morgan Stanley offered me a position as a trader, a formal official offer. I told them no. Okay, I've traded for a long time since high school. I've been a holder of stocks, etc. Morgan Stanley tried to hire me. I told them no. Literally after the interviews, even they offered me a position. I told them no. I ultimately opened up a private hedge fund. Okay. So that's my background. I love pricing. I love moves. I love, everyone loves not having to wait. I'm going to tell you that. Everyone loves not having to wait, and that's just the truth, isn't it? We don't like to sit around and wait, do we? And I'm going to bring that up because the price target, if we were to keep the same trajectory, this is where things get a little interesting. You want to know, okay, what about the timing? Okay, it's going to depend upon the levels of support. It's going to depend upon, and let's just leave that right there. It does not want to give me that line. I don't know why. Probably because it's maybe not what we want to see. Now, in terms of a pricing target, in terms of a timing, I'm just going to say we have bumped up out of the channel, out of this trading channel. But if you want to look at, well, what London ballpark, when are we looking at? When? You don't want to know what. Now you want to know when, based on mathematics. Okay, based upon the mathematics and the projections that the program is giving me. Okay. That is, okay, if you're looking at 6 days from now, okay, 6 days or a week from now, all right? Now that is it can reach it much more quickly than that. Okay, the lesser degree of purchasing power, or let's say, to the degree that the bulls pull out and say, okay, fine, look, Bitcoin is doing well. We're going to jump in on the train. We're going to, we're going to do that. It's broken through its all-time high. We expect it to run. We're going to run with that for a second, but we're going to put in our orders. Okay, put our limit orders in on Harmony One. I'm going to tell you, based upon the projections here, I can extrapolate this out, and we're looking at kind of a convergence in and around this 6 day, about 6 days, 9 hours. Believe it or not, it is 6 days, 9 hours. Let's see. If I want to get more precise, right exactly on the threshold, 6 days and 9 to 6 days and 14 hours, in and around that time frame. Now that is based upon the previous trading channel. We have escalated from that level. So if we want to escalate that time period, we should expect some price activity between now and then at the higher established channel. So it could even extend it further past that. If you guys are trying to make money in the interim on these pricing events, just understand, if you're trying to do that, overall the price action, the vertical price action, okay, the vertical price action, the bullish price action of Harmony One is going to be frustrated by that. Ultimately, maybe not. As we look at ultimately, is that a healthy point to draw back to? Possibly. Arguably, yes. I'll say arguably, yes. As you look at the reason for the golden pocket, okay, that's a key, okay, indicator, key ratio. It's used in the markets, guys. Everyone knows about the golden pocket. You can look it up. You can learn about that if you'd like to. I'm just going to tell you it's the 0.618, the 61% retracement to the 65th percent retracement. Okay, you guys trade. You understand the market. So when you talk about a retracement, that's the overall price action, and then it retraces to what is defined as a key level, which is 61.8%. Okay, to the 65%. That is a key level of retracement, standard of the industry, okay, recognized. Okay, now this is not financial advice. I'm going to tell you because, I mean, go hire a financial advisor if you'd like financial advice. I'm giving you what the program is giving me, all right? Scientifically, kind of, in terms of mathematics, it's what the program is giving me. Let's look at a few other details in terms of where we are right now. So you look at, well, okay, 6 days out from now, what good is that going to do us now? That's maybe not what you want to hear. Is it going to take another 6 days to do anything? There's going to be some pricing events in between that 6-day time period. Okay, there's going to be some different pricing events. That's going to take us to the 20th of April. It's a week out. We can't. You're going to say you can't do that. There's going to be some other pricing events that you're going to want to stay tuned. Okay, to the channel. Why? Because people just made 70% on their money, and the next. I'm going to say this, guys. In the next week. I would not be surprised at all, based upon the calculations that we're being given. We're going to hit some crucial levels. Okay, if this decides not continue on the upside, we're in a position, okay, with hitting some crucial levels that have already been established and performed well. We're in a position to perform very, very well over the next 7 to 10 days here. Extremely, extremely well. Here on this channel, the viewers on this channel, you're in a position to perform extremely well. And a lot of you will maybe go to, we want to go to a different investment. We want to go to something that's hot. I'll just tell you, and just remember I said this, over the next 7 to 10 days, you are positioned to perform extremely well at some critical price targets that are given to me. All right, the program gives them to me. I'm able to give them to you. This was a price target. This was a heavy price target. Bam, okay, 30%, 30 to 40, 50% some people made. This one here, okay, bam, some people made, upwards of in and above 20%. You're talking about 70% in 5 days. So what I'm saying, over the next 7 to 10 days, we are going to see some additional levels. Irrespective, if this goes up, we'll see another. If this continues to go up and hits into this, say this kind of the level of 100, just a 1, we're going to call it a 1. But if it retraces up through the gray, I'm just going to say the gray area. It's very easy. I don't have to explain the Fibonacci's. We went through that in depth last night. But if we receive a full a full extension, a full extension at to or up and above beyond this 100% level of the original price action. This is the original price action that we recently experienced. If we receive 100% of that, it's going to put us to ballpark, I'm going to say ballpark right now, 18.27 is going to be the price, about 18 cents and 27/100ths, or about 3/10 of a cent. 18 cents. So that would be if we retrace this entire amount. If this is just a fake out, it continues to go to the upside. If, okay, you have taken your profits here and you're saying, well, look, we just got 20% on this, because I know a lot of people want to wait for this. I've heard it discussed frequently that you guys want to hit this golden pocket. You want to buy in at Harmony One at 10 cents. People who missed the boat originally, you want to get in right now on Harmony One, and you see it as a huge bargain, okay, to get in at 10 cents. That is just what I'm hearing in the chat rooms, not just ours, in and around the community. People want to recapture this value. They love the story. It's got incredible pricing action thus far, and they say, I didn't get to multiply my money by 20. Some people are just like, I didn't get to do that. Well, a lot of you want to get back in on what's a phenomenal investment. There's great staking. There's an opportunity to earn residual income. So a lot of people want to get to this point. It's not a bad thing. It's in line with the overall retracement. And guys, let's look at the weekly just so you understand that. You'll get a different viewpoint of the overall. Let's zoom in on this. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. All right. Okay. As we look at, and I'm going to pull a lot of these fibs off. Let's just eliminate some of these fibs. Let me get into if we can just pull some of these off. And this is when I do the diagnostic work, sometimes I'll leave it up just so you guys can see what all we went through to get the information. This is not really just, it's evident for everybody. If it were evident for everybody, everyone in the market would be doing very well, and that's not the case. So unfortunately, we're able to provide some key indicators, and look at the overall price target here, the overall price action. Let's move some of these things out of the way. Let's clean this up. And these are just different launches we've had. Every one of these are different launches, guys. Each one of these is, 30%. Each one of these is another 20%. So yeah, that's a big briefcase full of cash there. I'm not gonna say let's just delete it, but let's clear this up so that you can look at the different levels here, and it's crucial. That's scaled down enough. Now we have percentages in here that we deal with, as well as intervals, duration intervals. But look at the overall price conduct, the behavior, okay, over the past several number of weeks since February, okay, since February, okay, that's March, April. We're not even really we're into April, working on mid-April. Look at this, that's phenomenal, and it's held well, okay, it has held well. A lot of people want to get in on Harmony One, but they don't want to pay. They want to accumulate more coins. All right, so that's giving it a little bit of pressure to the downside, a little bit of pressure. A lot of people have made phenomenal amounts of money. People have made incredible gains. So that's giving it some selling pressure, and that's to be expected. Nothing runs at light speed forever in the markets. You guys know that. There's always kind of a pullback. There's always kind of some kind of a market dynamic, psychological dynamic that is kind of driven into. So as we look at that, just so you understand, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and click the thumbs up. That will let us know that yes, you are in the Harmony One audience, and yes, you are supporting Harmony One. You want the price to go up. Give us a thumbs up so we can gauge the sentiment within here, that yes, you guys are with Harmony One and you like the price to go up. That helps me, honestly, that helps me, and I have direct interaction with people on a different level, but that helps me know that, yes, you individuals want Harmony One to go up. If you like that, click the like button. That way I will know the thumbs up. That will let me know algorithmically how many people of the 122 that are currently watching appreciate you tuning in, but how many of you want the price to go up? Let's see that. Let's see that thumbs up, that like, and let's see how many of you. Some of you may want to get in at a better price. Okay, if you want the price to go up, let me know. It's an interesting question and a way to gauge it for us. I want to draw in the Fibonacci retracements on this overall. Let's see here. All right, on the overall price action. I want to bring you guys some details right now so that you can see we have been in a beautiful zone, okay? We've been in a beautiful zone, and let's go ahead and, yeah, I just feel like it's a good time to clean some of this up, because it doesn't look chaotic, but I want to make sure that you guys understand what is going on and why, okay? So as we look at those issues, I want to discuss kind of what is going on, where, and why. I don't want a lot of emoji icons or whatever they call these things all over the map. I want to be able to discuss in real, more professional terms exactly what is going on so that we can have kind of a professional discussion about things, because I think you guys have earned it. You have earned incredible returns in Harmony One over the last 5 days. Some of you up to 70%, and you deserve a little bit of a polished look here. All right, let's get to let's even clean this up, and let's draw this golden pocket right out to where it is. It is perfectly placed. We can slide that in. I may even drop, I don't even know that I want to drop as I see this, just maintaining this moving average. Now the moving average, the 20-day moving average has really flattened out, guys. We are just holding that moving average. It's like it's either waiting for the downside and a cheaper opportunity to get in, or it is literally waiting to just rumble, okay? And it may be waiting to rumble. I'll just say that because we have flattened out on the moving average. As that, or if that begins to become compromised, we may be looking to a different scenario where definitely, and people will be excited because your returns can be phenomenal, guys. As we're looking at getting a 30% return, a 20% return, or up to a 50% return, and over a 20% return, okay? And I invite you guys to do the calculations, okay? Because if you are multiplying, if you are receiving a return of say 40% and a 20% on top of the 40%, make sure that you understand the mathematics involved, okay? So 40%, if you get a 20% on top of the 40%, you don't just add the percentages together. No, you add 20% to the amount of the 40% you've already gained. That would give you, say, a 68% return overall here on the previous price action. You don't just add the percentages together. Total, we made aggregate the percentages. That's not how compound gains work. Okay, that's not how we function in terms of looking at the details. Okay, it's not how the math works. So as we look at the overall price action in this larger Fibonacci, we see that this was a phenomenal interruption in what had surfaced in the form of a retracement. That is a very, very positive thing, guys. That's something that you entered into and said yes. And so you guys are a stout group. I'm going to say that. You were able to, we gave you this, and it was given to us, so we gave it to you, the community. And we have a loyal group of subscribers, and we talked about this is going to be a heavy level. We talked about, if this is kind of a level 1, a tier 1, this would be a tier 2 in this area. Okay, a tier 2 in this area. And as we get into this tier, this is where we're tripling down, okay, on money. Now, why am I saying that? This is not my individual invented strategy. This is a strategy used by some of the top investment firms that are involved in this space right now. And by when I say this space, I'm talking about the cryptocurrency trading area, the space, okay, the investment arena. They are using a double down or a triple down approach. I'm talking about the top guys, like competitors to BlackRock, multi-trillion-dollar investment houses and funds, guys. This is not just a fly-by-night, off the nook and cranny. Let's talk about some invented strategy. No, this is being used by some of the major investment houses. Okay, this is kind of backdoor information, if you want to know. But it's open information. I'll say that. There's nothing inside about this. I don't deal with insider information at all. And again, this is not investment advice. You can go to those top shops. You can go to Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan. You can go to BlackRock. Get yourself an investment advisor who's going to advise you and do the full gamut, okay, of the risk analysis with you. I don't have time to go through the legal compliance regulations, arbitration clauses, the detailed market, risk analysis with you and your daily income, and I'm not going to go through the calculations with you. That's not what my purpose is. My purpose is to update you on pricing targets based upon the software that is given to you on, say, for instance, Binance. Okay, the top number 1 exchange floor in the world for cryptocurrency gives you this program. Do you know how to use it? We should know how to use it. And you know why we should know? I'm going to tell you this because you're not going to find an investment advisor right now that I know of. And listen to this, please. Listen to this. This is a phenomenal statement. I want this kind of pinned in my profile. You're not going to find an investment advisor who is going to be able to walk you through, or who would walk you through Harmony One right now. You're not going to find it. You're not going to walk into JP Morgan. You're not going to walk into Morgan Stanley and have an investment advisor pull around turn his monitor around and say, well, sure, Mr. X, Y, or Z, we're gonna pull this over. Take a look at this chart. This is Harmony One. Let's take a look at this and let's put some of your money into Harmony One. You're not going to find any of them. So why do you need to be able to run some of this exchange? This is exchange software. They provide this to you. The largest exchange gives you TradingView. This is a premium package. Okay, of TradingView. Okay, understand, premium package of TradingView. You can have access to this information. So we need to be able to run the program because the exchange is giving us the program, and we need to be able to know how to work it. We have to be able to tell, okay, this is the price entry point. Now, not everyone can do that. We can do that. We have been able to do that. Let me say, we have been able to do that. But they should expect us to be able to do that. Otherwise, why would they give us the program? Do you guys understand? I mean, you get into, this is investment advice. This individual used to own his own private hedge fund. Well, yeah, but listen, they're giving all of us the exchange program. We have to be able to use it. We have to master this program. They're giving it to us so we can do well in the market. Not everyone does. The ones who know their program that they're giving us, our program now, to trade, yeah, we're going to do well if we know the program. So that's easily put, easily stated, but understand that that's important. No advisor is going to be able to sit you down. Okay, they're restricted. They don't have it in their portfolio offerings to be able to say, yes, we want to put these people into Harmony One. No, This is our baby. This is our trading concern. This is what we're interested in. It's multiplied by 20 times. It's exciting to us. We have this advanced, guys. This is more technology than people had 10 or 20 years ago at some of the most advanced trading firms in the world. You have that in your pocket right now. You have that all over your computer screens and probably at home. I'm not sure what kind of trading setup you have. Incidentally, we would like to see what kind of trading setup you guys have. As you look at the last 5 days here and the fact that individuals on our pricing targets using the pricing targets that the computer has used, essentially that has been calculated for us, that we have expressed on the channel as key levels directly. People have garnered 70%. They've gained 70%, okay, in the last 5 days. We would like to continue to bring you that. If you'll see the first in the chat, go ahead and click on Discourse. That the pinned tweet. Click on that. That'll keep us in touch. That's our chat room. It's like an SMS or the multiple. What do you call those? The messaging services on your phone. Except it's just in a format where it's a little bit easier to see, and you have we have giveaways. We're going to be giving away 1,000 Harmony One. We just gave away 500 Harmony One. We'll be giving away 1,000 Harmony One here soon. And also on Twitter, guys, go ahead and type in the Kingdom. I would like to see your trading setups. That would be so cool for me, guys, to see your trading setup. I've had a lot of different trading setups. We have had a lot of people be successful over the years on different trading platforms, etc. But I'd like to see, type in the Kingdom on top, and you'll have to go, it'll say go to the Kingdom, all right? Say go to the Kingdom. Click on go to the Kingdom at the very bottom. It won't be one of the ones listed. It's kind of, again, I talk about a back room. It's just, that's the way Twitter has us set up. I like it that way. I like the back room approach. We're not out there real loud in front of everyone. You guys know that. We're not shouting in the streets. We're not doing, comical routines. We're not doing that, guys. We are focusing on the exchange software that we have been given. We're very happy that we have the exchange software, okay? We believe it's here for our benefit. And sure enough, in the last 5 days, 70%. And I'm not talking about an increase in the overall value of 70%. I'm talking about a dedicated, specific pricing target that we were able to give our community and let's say focus in on in our community. Okay, the software gave it to us. We focused in and gave it to the community. Bam, they made 30%. Beautiful. Between 30, 40, and 50%, depending upon exactly where they got in and they got out. But that's phenomenal. Okay, that's a great return. Then a lot of them got out. We're looking for that next. Then they had a peppered in approach, and we'll go over the approach in the next couple of days in terms of how we build in accumulation at lower levels. Okay, how we build a bullish kind of a chart. We want to build in a bullish chart, and that accommodates the exchange, that accommodates the market maker, that accommodates a lot of different aspects. It accommodates the public too, because they'll eventually hear about this beautifully, continually escalating in price asset Harmony One. So that's what we want. Here again, this figure was given to us. We were able to disperse that within the community and get another 20%. All right, another 20% gain right here. So those of you who took profits, I always say you're in the group that likes to pay yourself. No one ever went broke paying themselves. So we are seeing a consolidation. I had thought about whether or not we might run into a scenario kind of like, I don't want to necessarily get into the specifics of what this could begin to resemble. I don't want to necessarily go into that because it could conflict with what I don't like is it's coming off of, I'll just say this, it's kind of coming off of a different market event, okay? And the market event is a little bit of manipulation, that I would say a little bit of manipulation. And it's not exactly the way I'd like to see this, but a little bit of manipulation in terms of refusal or ability for people to withdraw, okay, to withdraw their Harmony One from Binance. Now, I think that was cleared up within a matter of days, okay, but that frustrated things here for a minute, okay. So, you guys can see how important it is to kind of be careful about the charts we get into. We'll explore this dynamic soon. I'm going to say soon we'll explore this dynamic if it looks like it's continuing to play out. Now, in the immediate term, we need to say, is Harmony One going to continue to the upside? Because it has faked out. It has done a pump fake, okay, at the 3-point line. It has done a pump fake and continued up. I recall that recently. That took on into the next day of us to realize that, yes, it's going to pump fake. Well, look at it now. It's still pumping. And I call that a pump fake right here. I don't use terminology of like a pump or a dump. That's not very professional, as I'm trying to clean up this chart for you as we look at the kind of the previous frequency amounts, the frequencies. I'm talking about the rise in price over this duration, okay, over the duration, meaning the time period. These frequencies, okay, the frequency, let's say the variables, the frequency variables, including this rise in price and the duration of the time period, okay, and including also the retracement, okay, the rise in price, the retracement, and the period of time in which that happened. If we're going to define those as the kind of the frequency intervals of Harmony 1 as it has stepped up this ladder, you see that, another frequency interval, another step up the ladder, another step up the ladder. We entered into kind of a no-go zone. It's like, passengers or, the flight crew was on deck. We have to, we apologize, but we're going to have to sit here and we have to, there's a problem with the rear. I don't know if you've ever heard that on an airplane. Have you guys been there on the tarmac before? And they've had to fix some stupid, like it's a piece on the outside of the door, and they have to fix it, or the carpet in the front of the airplane has been someone has ripped up the carpet in the front of the airplane. Like, oh my gosh, it's an airplane, it can fly. It's just the carpet on the inside of the airplane. It's like, well, okay, but I won't bring the notion that this is kind of like a flying carpet, but that's just a stupid joke. I mean, it's Monday morning at 8 o'clock. We kind of need to get into something, but we were on a heck of a ride here, weren't we? Maybe that's what happened to the overall, the jet trajectory that we were on. Bad example. I'm sorry. I'll try not to ever make a joke like that again. But you do understand this was just some sort of flight detail that people look at and they're like, well, what did happen? And we'll get into kind of the specifics of what happened. But I'll tell you, we were doing great, and someone just stuck us on the tarmac and said, honestly, we have a small problem in the airplane. Like, what's wrong? The carpet, it's literally must be the carpet, right? But it's something, that you look back at, you're like, God, that was annoying. Honestly, it's like, God, that was the worst. Because when you go through those events in the airplane, you're like, afterwards, you're like, man, that was awful. And I've been there. You guys have been there. I've flown around the world probably 4 times. You guys understand that's just part of what I've done. You've been there too. If you had that frustrating event, that's what this is going to be like. All right, for you guys, like, oh, that was not nice, But do understand, we are recreating positive pricing action here. Okay, so this is a new destination. All right, that's a new destination for us. Okay, all of these are different destinations, and they give us the character and makeup of the overall, of overall what this is like. Each of these little rockets, and you'll have to watch the streams. We get into this, and we enjoy each one of these little trips. All right. We just enjoy these, okay? That's why, the acceleration, the amount of velocity that the price, and that's a textbook definition, okay? I have an economics degree, so you guys know that. I have an economics degree. I've done some business graduate work. Where was that? Harvard Business School. I hope you guys are doing well. Any Harvard Business School people in the house? We like Cambridge. Just talking to some people in Cambridge a few days ago. That's in Massachusetts, Harvard Business School. So these are massive acceleration events, massive velocity events for what? For the price action. And velocity is the amount of vertical space that the price will travel, okay, within a specified duration of time. Okay, that gives you the velocity of the price. Okay, so this velocity, that's why people start talking about a rocket, etc. It's got incredible velocity. Okay, and it has to kind of escape, meet a certain threshold to kind of escape. Okay, so this has been kind of a frustrated little flight journey stuck on the tarmac in here, just to give us some sort of an idea of where things are. So let's get rid of those. Just a little discussion, putting things in context, kind of saying, wake up, good morning. It's not the good morning show at all. But we need to kind of have some semblance of normalcy. I want to look at this that has been designed for us. I'm seeing some people now draw this out here. Okay, well, you just made 20% within your channel. All right, well, I don't think that's that's realistic. Anyone who's drawing this, I have no problem telling you guys what I think about a chart. I have no problem telling you guys because it takes years to understand charts. It takes years to understand the dynamics and the different variables involved. Some people have a lot of luck or success just getting in at the right time. Nothing wrong with that. Get into an investment at the right time. You don't have to be a genius to get involved at, say, Microsoft when it was, $5. Okay, it's what, over $200 now? Or at $1. You got in Microsoft at $1. That doesn't mean you're a great trader. That just means you got involved at the right time. That's maybe more important than being a real good technical trader or a technical financial analyst, etc. Timing is often critical. So, as we see this breakout, we're going to look at, the question is going to be the ongoing velocity. How much momentum and ongoing velocity do we have to try and continue to escape on the upward trajectory? What is the next thing that you guys need to be looking at? Now, if you're involved at the upper levels, if you're involved at this level, I'm going to tell you that our overall strategy includes what, okay? Our strategy includes being very lightly involved at these top levels. Okay, we've discussed that the entire time, okay? In and around $100 at this top level. Yes, because based upon the overall retracement here that is occurring, this stuck on the tarmac for some maintenance issue. Okay, essentially that's the equivalent, the analogy. Yeah, on this, we don't have any money in this top level. Okay, it's too risky, all right? As we get in down to the 100 level, yeah, we do. We start to just kind of pepper in investments. That's okay. As we get down into the next level, kind of this dark green, or the vivid green area, we're going to have even double that. Now, it's a double down, triple down kind of heavyweight approach on accumulation. That essentially will give you more coins, okay, more coins at a lower level, okay, at a lower price level, at a bigger discount. That will increase your odds of, or increase your, let's just say, increase your maximize your gains. I like to say that. So as we look at that, that is essentially this double down and triple down approach is the approach that we follow. It's institutionally covered, publicly covered, to where that's beyond dispute. And they're not telling other people to go and engage in a double down and triple down approach. Okay, they're not telling other people to do that. For the record, I'm not telling people either. I'm telling you what their approach is. Okay, so I don't know why we wouldn't use their approach, and I honestly don't know why anyone on TV wouldn't use their approach, but they're not telling people to do that on TV. I mean, are they? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a very good question, because I've seen them on TV talking about that approach. They're the number one investment house on the planet, so I don't know. It has that effect. It's a good question. But I'm not telling people necessarily to do this. I'm just telling you what the exchange has given us on kind of a detailed level of the technicals and kind of the different you guys are seeing the pricing events that we're able to achieve with just using their program. So I'm glad that the exchange is telling us that, how we can communicate between ourselves. So we talked about the velocity and price. Okay, the velocity and price. That's why people will typically talk about a moon launch. Okay, it's going to the moon because it has a lot of pricing velocity. Now that's a textbook term. Okay, not a lot of people will explain this as a textbook term, just meaning the change in price vertically. Okay, the positive price action within a short period of time. That's a high velocity event. All right, it's like a rocket. It gets up and out quickly. Now the velocity that we're seeing here with the recent pricing event, well, this is kind of telling me that people were looking for that 20%. They wanted the 20%. Now that is up. I'll say that's up from probably the 10%. And this is important, because the velocity in this range was about 10%. People wanted a 10% in terms of that was their threshold. Okay, a 10% threshold here on Harmony One. These smaller events, and I'm talking about, these were the predetermined levels already. This is not me pointing out these price targets. I did point them out, the different levels of investment, but this is just recognized this is the program telling us that these are the different levels. I mean, I'm using the program that Binance is giving us. That's it. So, and they're recognized in terms of exact levels of retracement. So this top level, if you began to invest at this top level, bam, you made a good percentage here, a little percentage on some money on this original retracement, the 17.5 up to 19. Was it 17? Here you go, 17.5 to 19.5. You guys want to know what you made on that? What is that? Yeah, about 10%. People made about 10%, even on the fall, just by following the Fibonacci levels. Again, so how are we not supposed to just recognize the obvious, here at the next level? Now we say double down. It's a risk mitigation. That's to lower your risk. I'm not going to use that word again. Mitigation is such a big word, but that's to lower your risk. This here hit twice for about 13. All right, these aren't our levels. I'm not divining. I'm not using a divining rod to come up with these figures. This is just the program. Okay, it's just the program. You guys know that by now. So when we look at that, let's look at the next one. Now we got about, we got about 35 to 40. I mean, if we go to candlesticks, we're 40 to 50. So you guys know that. And then we have recently here about 20%. So that 20% is beautiful. And that 20%, it doesn't look like, well, London, it hit this area right in here. That's not a level. Well, it is. It's a perfect level, okay? If we go back to the Fibonacci retracements, and from this specific area, we have exactly, I'm just going to say precisely with your candlesticks, you hit this 13.8, 13.69. We discussed that level for days on end before that was hit. So that was phenomenal. You want to kind of know, well, okay, great, where are we headed now? I'm just going to say the market is kind of in flux with the new Bitcoin high. It's an impressive thing to watch, okay? It's an incredible story, the multi-billion-dollar story. Let me move these percentages over to the left. You can always right-click on your settings and move these over to your left. Instead of right-click on the left, click OK. That'll clean up your charts for you so that you can view these critical key areas that we focus on here in our community. If you are new to the club or you're an existing loyal subscriber, go ahead and click thumbs up. If you'd like to hear additional information about Fibonacci's and how to profit from them, it's just the exchange software. They've given it to us. So if you'd like to hear that, we do have a premium package here, and I'm spending my time. So if you'd like to hear additional information about the Fibonacci's, please give me a thumbs up down there so we can know that you're interested in this information, and it's not just a bot that is sitting there and trolling us or whatever they call that. I don't want to be doxxed by a troll bot. Welcome to the 21st century, yeah? As we're professionally discussing kind of the finer issues here. So as we look at, well, how did this hit exactly? Well, I'll show you exactly how this hit. In and around here, you'll have to get through to the candlesticks, and we'll get into, all right, perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Here you go. That's your entry point. You were picked up for the ride at exactly the 13.69 that we discussed for days before this. You had the 13.69. So you guys made your 20%. You also made this is your threshold. But what I like about the story is that your threshold is strengthening. Okay, from this sitting on the tarmac forever, everyone's bored. Most people got out, okay? I'm just going to say we had a big event in and around here. Most people who were trading said, this is enough for me. I'm getting off the airplane. That just happened. Most people got off. I'll reboard. Some people boarded here, got about 10%. Some people decided, okay, I'm going to reboard right in this area. Okay, I'm going to reboard here, and I would like to take a 10% journey. Great, boom. They said, I'm going to reboard here at this next key level, a 10% journey. Great, boom, they're out. Then people said, okay, this is a big level here on a double down or triple down approach. It just makes more sense to risk more capital at a more certain level, okay, at a lower price. It follows economics. So anyone who studied economics or business or finance, you understand at a lower price, you're going to have more demand. Okay, so this double down and triple down approach, it's in line with the major financial investment houses. Yes, and that you can find on Bloomberg TV. That's no secret. We're just following basic economics. Okay, I do have a history of being a mentor in an intelligence school at a graduate level, and I like intelligence. I like market intelligence. I like strategy. So I have a history of teaching people good fundamentals and strategy. So that's in my background. I was number one out of 40,000 students at a school. Okay, so I do have the intelligence to be able to wrap my mind around the risk and the profit modules as they are applied through kind of the advanced technology platform that we're given. And this is a very advanced technological platform that we're given. We need to make use of it and understand it as a community. So let's get into the community. Let's get into the live chat here. Is at the top you have on the live chat you have a what is that? A Discord link. Go ahead and hit the Discord link. We're going to be giving away 1,000 as soon as we reach the level 3. You'll see the first giveaway winner was Lala. I remember when Lala won. That was really excellent. We have continual updates in this. You guys are going to be very impressed with the Discord. Hit that because we have updates on pricing action. We have different layers in terms of Binance, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We have all of this laid out. I mean, it's really, we have a news section. I mean, this is your go-to spot, guys. I don't know of anything else that's really laid out this well. We have some phenomenal guys. Gear Shifter, shout out to Gear Shifter. Very happy morning to Chile. Chileno, es chileno. He's from Chile, and he's down there now, I believe. But we have an international group here really pulling together the resources. You'll be updated on the prices. You'll be updated on the new, if you want to look into hot cryptos, we have a hot cryptos section. So if you like that stuff and you want to be advised of the, just in terms of a news sense, advised of like the ongoing news. Yes, CNN can advise us of the news. If you want to be kind of up to date, let's say, on the coin indications, the altcoin market, etc., what all is going on, all of this information is beautifully laid out for you so you can make the best investment decisions and educate yourself. We'd love to be a part of that education process with you. It's very important to us to share what we already know. And what we're already able to share is the fact of the previous 5 days, you have achieved up to a 70% return. So we anticipate a 70% return just trading at the key levels. Okay. The more time you spend with the channel, the more you become integrated with the community. You'll realize that we know what we're talking about in terms of the technology. I'll just say in terms of the software they've given us. We understand the dynamics of this software very well. Possibly better than some other channels, and I won't call out other channels, etc. But we understand it very well. Always be careful who you're getting your interpretations through, and it's a functional program. You have to understand how to manage it. Okay, you have to understand how it functions. If you're not precise, and I say sometimes I will get out my scalpel. Okay, literally, it's like it becomes surgical. It has to like a fine surgeon just working literally upon the detailed parameters of exactly what your pricing target is, exactly where we're headed. And some of this is going to depend greatly as to whether or not you're on the 4 hour, whether or not you're on the 1 hour, whether or not you're picking up your candles, when to use the line, when to use the candles, you're going to have to get into what's picked up on a certain chart time frame versus the line versus the candle versus your extension versus your retracement. It's not intuitive, guys. That's why we have a good group. And it's a solid group. We have, essentially about typically we'll have kind of a recurring about 100 people in and out, and 100 people in and out. That's fine. 2,000 to 3,000 will watch the overall video and become educated to an extent. Our Discord's growing phenomenally. Our Twitter's growing very well. Let's give a shout out to some people in the Twitter that have joined the Twitter. Again, just go to, and you'll get a shout out online here. We had 40 people from last night follow us hey, new member got plugged in last night watching the stream right now. Fantastic. We appreciate that. Money Shot is in the house. What's up, Money Shot? I like that profile picture. Very cool. Very cool. From Detroit, from D-Town, Motor City. Very nice. As you guys look in the Twitter, go ahead. And now these are some people who have already achieved in the last 5 days a 70% profit. 70% profit looking at the pricing targets that we're discussing. All right, that's 70%. If you're in that group that would like to learn how to do that, this is our Twitter. Start here. You guys have used Twitter. It's an easy program to use. We have Bitcoin One and BNB. Primary focus here is Harmony One. So that's what we're focused on now. The 40 people who have joined, I'm just going to say, and yay, we just got Andrew Ryder. That's a good thing. Andrew Ryder, shout out to you. You guys put in a profile photo, huh? Go ahead and update your profile photo. Make it of anything. Make it of something cool, your favorite city or your family or something cool. We like to see who you are, maybe where you're from, maybe a good city pick, and also put a header in there. Kind of a header background profile photo that we can see who you guys are. I mean, this is exciting to us to grow the community. This is how we grow it. We could literally pay Twitter, guys. I want you to know we could pay Twitter. And like Andrew, put us up some picture, brother. Let us know what you do. Put your favorite coin back here. Do something cool. Download and you trade. Okay, I know you guys trade, so you're smart enough to update your images here. That's just the truth. We don't like to see just empty profiles. Banu Hasbora. How are you, Banu Hasbora? Nice to have you here. Very nice to have you here, Banu Hasbora. Welcome, Banu Hasbora. And as we look at Money Shot has got a DeLorean, guys. Money Shot has got a DeLorean. Shout out to the DeLorean factor there. That's impressive. I think that's from the Harmony One. Isn't that from the Harmony One website? We got that, Money Shot. Shout out to you. That's very exciting. Ocean Man. I'm going to say, Ocean Man, where's the ocean, brother? Let's update this. I know a lot of you guys just get on real quickly and you want to create a Twitter account. Some people are probably doing that, and you're just kind of new to Twitter and the whole space. That's fantastic. Malvin T, look at that, Nissan GT, is that GTR? Okay, brother. I know some people who race those have fire coming out of the back of those. These are hot cars. I used to race cars, Malvin. Shout out to you, and pleasure to have you here at the Crypto Kingdom and a member of the Kingdom on Twitter. Brecht Hansen. Hey, Brecht, beautiful name you got there. The Hansen. I know some some Hansen family members in and around. So, but hey, I guess maybe he's a handsome guy. I'm not into calling guys handsome, but yeah, the Hansons. Welcome to the Hansons. I know some other Hansons. That's why I'm bringing that up. Everything flows. Nothing stands still. Okay, nice. Kind of a psychological approach here. I like that. Numbers at 3 Ventures, contributing to modern healthcare solutions. Hey, thank you so much for your service, Brecht. That is fantastic. That is really fantastic. Thank you for your service to the community right now in this time when healthcare is so important. And you guys, I always tell you, take care of your accounts, take care of yourself as well. It's very important. Mitch, shout out to Mitch. That's really phenomenal. We appreciate you following Mitch. Let's get an updated profile. Let us know who you are. Chronox. All right. Shout out to Chronox. Shout out to Suede. What's up, Suede? Hey, brother, what's going on? Yo, what's up? That tight shirt, brother. Plug God. I like that. Huh? That's perfect. We love that at the Kingdom. That's really phenomenal. So Suede is in the house, guys. We have a lot of new members that are looking to make some returns. In Bolensky, fantastic. Poom K, shout out. Shout out to Lorne. These are just great shout outs, guys. What is this? Derek, you wrote your name upside down. Shout out to you. You may have some advanced skills on Twitter. Guy Fresco. Sanaham, shout out to all you guys. You guys know that one NFT. Shout out to all you guys and girls. Including is that, let's see, what do we have another one? Let's see if one more of you have joined. Yeah, a few more of you are joining, guys. It's huge because we're talking about how to plug in to making 70%, right? These people have made 70% in the market. It's not ordinary that people can make 70% in 5 days. Everyone is looking for that opportunity out there. The opportunity's right here. Why? Because we're just using the software. We're using the predetermined levels of the software to come up with it. Now, you get into a little bit of interpretation or a fine-tuning of the software. You have to know what you're doing with the software. I used to, gear up teams. I worked with the #1 consulting firm in the world, okay? I consulted the consulting partners, okay? All the partners. We did all the finances. We programmed the finances essentially for the #1 consulting firm in the world. This was, I think, was that before Morgan Stanley made me a formal offer to become a stockbroker. I said no. I wound up opening my own hedge fund. But I've worked with software on very advanced levels. I understand this software. Not everyone does. Not everyone has programmed software on the detailed international kind of financial level to be able to understand, oh yes, this is normal. So it's not supposed to be intuitive. It's not easy to learn. We have learned it. We are, and we're continuing to learn aspects of it. I haven't done, I haven't completely gone into every component of TradingView. I may stick with kind of the basics of what I like. The basics of what you like may not include all the information and the key levels of entry and kind of your, I like what it tells me about you guys. That's the biggest thing. I can look at the charts. I can look at the kind of the behavior of the market and say, yep, this is their threshold. This is what they're thinking. But if you don't have that technical expertise, join us at the Discord, the pinned comment in the live chat. Learn how we are making up to 70% in the last 5 days. Before that, guys, it was double over the previous 12 days. Okay, so we're having multiple rounds of extremely good returns. And some of the people are very happy. So we welcome you to the Twitter. A few more shout outs. Chandler, hey, what's up, Chandler? Great to see you. Welcome here. We'd like to see a header pick here. Syracuse School of Architecture. All right, man. You got ADA 1 and VET, huh? And the NFT art on the Da Vinci Gallery. Welcome, Chandler. We really appreciate you being a member at the Kingdom. Now, it is the Kingdom. If you guys search in Twitter, just type in Kingdom. And I'm doing this because we have phenomenal returns. It's worth repeating. Go down to, scroll down to the Kingdom, all right? And just click on that. You'll be able to pull us up and just click on follow. Ivan, here we go. Ivan, huh? Ivan, we're going to do a shout out to Ivan. We'd like to see this background header. Ghetto Princess CEO. I like that, Ivan. Shout out to you, and back to the other individuals. So you guys, welcome. We can go out and we can literally pay Twitter. I want you guys to know this. We can pay Twitter $3 a piece to go market and acquire, $3 to $5 a piece to market and acquire new individuals. We can do that. We choose to do this the organic way. All right, we choose to do this in a way that makes sense for us, in a way that you're attracted to the content. You actually want Harmony One to do well, genuinely, because the YouTube algorithm will pick up on that and it will find a home for these types of videos. So that's the way that we build it. We could cut a check and have an endless number of people in our community. That's not what we do. Okay, that's not what we're looking to do. Let's see. Here we go. Someone called me a retracement guru. I like that. Talking about NFTs. Appreciate this shout out, the BTC news trend. I appreciate that. You guys understand we are working on the retracements, and those are just entry prices. We're looking at entry prices, and I think all of you here know, yeah, these are entry prices. This is what's telling us. That's the key. Okay, you need to know the level to get in at to go ahead and achieve your 20%. People have a frustrating time. It's kind of like a sense of direction. You know, can I drive you through a brand new city, not exactly tell you, because it's a little bit more complicated, not tell you, okay, in a minute I'm going to have you drive. You're going to have to get your way to another destination, or you're going to have to get your way back to where we came from. No, a lot of people get into a car, they become confused. You know, they don't even, especially when they're not planned for it. Because we're in a position now, we don't know where we're going. Most people don't have an idea of where we're going. So the sense of direction is automatically frustrated for people in the market. This level of confusion and not understanding even where we're headed right now. You understand kind of where you've been, but everyone, if you ask them, well, where is it really going? They don't have any idea. So the sense of direction, that built-in function that we have in the market, it becomes so counterintuitive, it becomes destructive. And we try and just use the program. It's very easy to use the program and come up with these predefined levels for us, these levels of entry where people can enter heavily or more heavily, okay? And then we get into a risk kind of basis, a risk strategy, a profit strategy that accommodates the numbers, the mathematics well. I'm very good at mathematics. A lot of you are too. I'm very advanced on mathematics. Talking graduate level, extremely advanced on mathematics. Okay, so a lot of this is not financial in nature, it's just mathematical. And that's a lot of what you'll see in the programs here. As they give us these different pricing targets, it's just the mathematics playing out, guys. So understand you're not built with this sense of direction. You're not built with the know-how to, I mean, if you didn't have any of the charts here or anything, are you built with the know-how just to guess properly and say, yes, this portion right here, I know I'm going to enter right here. Just luck of the draw, you're going to enter right here? No one's going to just say, I'm going to look at the pattern. Okay, I have no idea where this is supposed to be headed exactly. I want it to go up. I'm just going to enter. And you just expect the luck of the draw, and you just expect a 20 to 30% return, or over the last 5 days, a 70% return? No way. You guys know better than that, right? No way. So what these tools do is they give us kind of a legend and a compass. They give us kind of a mapped out dynamic of the trend and the price action and where we can expect that trend to continue to go. Now, if you can kind of predict, if you can predict where that's going to go based upon their foundational computations, okay, based upon their math that they're giving us. This is not us doing the math. These are the mathematics that they're giving us. The exchange, the number one exchange, crypto exchange in the world, is giving us these mathematics. Yes. So we're going to use their math. We're going to use their price targets, etc. Before we get into kind of a detailed leveling of the current price action, okay, before we get into a detailed leveling of the current price action and where we are, I want to make sure that we're not gunning, let's say, if we want to gun up on the upside, that's great. If that's going to happen, that's phenomenal. If you guys got out, the threshold of this crowd, honestly, after a 30%, sometimes you'll want a 20%. That's fine. You want to bank in, it was between 30 and 50%. This was our price target, okay? We talked about it forever. I'm going to keep reminding you of that because it's important for new people to know that and for you to be reminded of it. It's just, it's the truth, all right? And so on the 30 to 50%, and then within a number of days, kind of an accumulated schedule, peppering in some orders in and around the top level of this Fibonacci, just to let the market maker know we're here, just to let him know, hey, we're participating on your Fibonacci's. We appreciate the software and the programming. Okay, and it makes sense because if it were to take off to the upside, this is where the calculations and the mathematics become important. If it were to take off to the upside after this phenomenal pricing event, if it were to take off on the upside, we want to be kind of marginally involved. We want to have some exposure to the upside. If you calculate and do your calculations, return calculations, it makes sense to be mildly involved at the top levels. It's basic economics. Supply, demand. At a higher price, at an extreme price, there is really no demand. But as you get into just kind of a high price, there's going to be some demand. Not much, but there's going to be some. So we can fight economic principles. We can fight a demand curve, a supply and demand curve, and the basics of the last hundreds of years of economics principles. If you do that, you're probably not going to win at the market. You have to think about that because most people, even the ones who trade and buy the dip, they don't want to put anything in at the top levels. And like, have you ever studied economics? Have you ever looked at anything, economically? There's supposed to be some demand at the higher price. It's just not supposed to be your full demand. It's not supposed to be your full heavier amount of demand. As the price goes down, the demand goes up. That's the amount you're willing to, at the lower price, you have a higher demand, okay? That's your willingness to become engaged heavier at the market, okay? So that's just basic pricing action, okay? I do have a economics degree. Some of you have degrees as well, and some of you are very proficient traders and have done very well. So it's good to have you here. Now, depending upon where I, kind of the time frame I'm going to be looking at this, I don't want to just narrow into, we're going to need a little bit more data, okay? But if we look at, and let's bring up the retracements again, we hit the in and around, just going to say perfectly, we hit the 78%. Now the 61% is the golden pocket. We typically call this the golden pocket. 61% is very important, okay? The 78% is essentially, it's just the next rung. That's where we go much heavier in terms of volume of cash input. We're trying to find the best, okay, the best point or the best price for us to accumulate the maximum amount of tokens, okay, the most quantity that we can, maximize our quantity, and we're going to lower our cost basis. That's kind of the technical terms. That's cost basis is the average price paid per unit, okay? That's your cost basis. What's the basis of your cost? Okay, that's the formalized I guess definition there that you guys can stick with. So I can just say we can look at the most recent within the last day. If we're going to pull back on this and say, okay, it looks like we may not continue on the upside. What are we going to do here? All right, well, it looks like, and people were kind of waiting. This is kind of an interim move, so I don't want to really get into the calculatives too much, but I do want to show you that even the interim calculatives operate on a level of Fibonacci. Okay, now it's quicker to the downside, it's quicker to the upside. People are not as involved, and on very advanced markets, they will perform typically better within these different levels along the way. You'll have more action, you'll have a heavier volume. This is a $1.5 billion concern. So it's not maybe it's not as heavily traded as, say, some of the larger cap, let's see, hold on one second. I want to make sure I get this right. Some of the larger cap investment concern, i.e. gold or Bitcoin or something like that, even Microsoft or something along those lines. So let's look at, we've drawn our Fibonacci. The way that you draw those, just so you guys can learn real quickly, you want the contact points to be between the low point and the high point. Now, I'm not limiting this out. This could extremely break out to the upside, or phenomenally, let's say, break out to the upside. That would be phenomenal, okay? And phenomenal, when I say that, something's phenomenal, I normally mean that would be kind of a rare event. That would be phenomenal. That would be something we want to look at and say, yes, it might be against the odds, okay? Against the odds, but just maybe kind of slightly against the odds. Normally I'll say tremendous, that's tremendously phenomenal. That's something that really beats the odds, okay? So something that phenomenal that gains the phenomenal kind of description. That to me is something that's kind of a phenomenon, a kind of a phenomenal event. It fits within a pattern behavior still in terms of a repetitive and it's something that could be repeatedly anticipated, but it involves some different variables or maybe a coefficient analysis to get there. I'm not going to get in too much to something that's boring on an early morning. Okay, it's Tuesday morning. So yesterday was Monday. So we're getting into the week. Let's not get into coefficient variable analysis of phenomenal pricing events. Let's not do that right now. We don't have to do that. So as we do look at this, understand that the pricing action already looks to have essentially to have behaved in line with some of the Fibonacci numbers here, some of the Fibonacci percentages. And it looks like it did come back down to that golden pocket. And you guys have wanted to know what that golden pocket is. Well, you just hit the golden pocket here on, and I'm just going to pull this over to the side. You do your own calculations, but you just hit that golden pocket and received a charge back to the upside. Most likely program trading, most likely the exchange, the market makers program that was literally functioning at this time to hit back in and around the 0.618. That's a good measure here. Looks like we have come into contact with around that level 2 times. Okay, so twice we've come into that level. And we're still flirting with trying to stay on top of this 20-day moving average. Okay, so that is something that, as we look at the moving average, it's been moving up. It's leveled off. We dipped way below it to pick up these orders. A lot of you had heavy orders here. The question is going to be if it rounds out and begins to trend down, okay, if it begins to trend down, it's not going to affect our ability to profit in the market, but it's going to affect the overall sentiment. It may attract, I'll just tell you, it may trend down briefly while what occurs? Well, while Bitcoin attracts a little bit more of the overall market. Now we're in, I love investment savvy. I'm going to say that in terms of investment instruments. I love investment savvy. I just do. Bitcoin's currently up to 62,597. Now it's beginning to run. Okay, it's beginning to run. When I woke up this morning, it was 68,000, etc. Now it's at 62,000. This is what I'm talking about in terms of people wanting to be a part of the this accrual in value. They're talking about the potentials on the upside here. If you are a hardcore Harmony holder, that's fine. If we look at the inverse relationship, however, between the accrual in value, let's go ahead and lay over the Bitcoin chart. And do you want to get involved on a breakout like that? Well, yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people like to get involved in a breakout. Let's look at the phenomenon we're going through here, and let's add in Bitcoin real quickly. And let me see the pricing alerts. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to pull up some pricing alerts. But this is people wanting to be a part of the action on Bitcoin because it is broken out to a new all-time high, and it's something that people want to be a part of. So let's let's enjoy this dynamic. Let's put in the BTC. I want to do a new pane, and I want to look at the pricing action of Bitcoin versus the pricing action of Harmony One. As you see this fall down here, we're seeing what? We're seeing the price go up in Bitcoin. Please pay attention. You're seeing an inverse relationship. You're seeing a hedge function essentially take hold, and that is crucial as you look at the differentiation here of what's happening. More money is going in to Bitcoin, it looks like, or at least there's a differentiation in price. We'll have to look at the market cap components and the differentiation and the negative correlation, the extent to which that exists. This negative correlation, I'll get into kind of negative correlations, hedging, etc. in a future video. We've already covered that to a large extent. Just enjoy that fact that right now you're seeing a negative correlation. You understand what that is. As the price has gone up, we went up in price. Kind of a mild kind of correlation. Then we started to go down as Bitcoin started to break through. Okay, so as it started to break through, you'll see that just that correlation just dropping, or that correlation becoming negative, and that there's an inverse relationship. The Harmony One goes down, Bitcoin goes up. That is typical, guys. That's standard to see within the community. That's just, and I'll say from the altcoin to your primary coin from the kind of the big guy there. Let's see what this is. Let me pull up one alert real quickly. I want to give you a dynamic in here, and if you'll give me just 1 second. You guys, in the meantime, make sure you follow and you're interested in that 1,000 Harmony One giveaway for, what is that? 1,000 Harmony One will be giving away, and that's very exciting. So we're looking forward to that occurring. That is going to be available on our community, and I am pulling up some information right now that's going to be pertinent to the discussion. Let's see. But on our Discord, you'll be able to enter into the 1,000 Harmony One giveaway, which is occurring soon. Now, the positive aspect I want to talk about in terms of Harmony One and Bitcoin is Bitcoin's going through the roof right now. It's experiencing a trajectory. It's gaining velocity. Okay, it's achieved velocity, escape velocity, and it is riding Okay, its escape velocity is doing well. Let's look at this. The relevant portion of kind of the escape velocity and kind of the trajectory of Bitcoin versus Harmony One during this time period. Look at this downward of Bitcoin during this time period, wherein I'll say 17th of March 2021. This is when this is exactly the time period where Harmony One started to just accelerate and crank through the roof, guys. It was a phenomenal event, okay? It was a very special time for Harmony One. So I would expect, as we see this price increase, now Bitcoin likes to move kind of slowly. It looks like it's really taking a trajectory this morning. That's recruiting capital potentially away from Harmony One. We just saw that inverse relationship. So people want to know, well, what's going on? Why is it going on? Where are you hedged right now, etc. That is a situation where Bitcoin is just attracting attention. Typically, we individually are ready to move at any point in time. You'll see that it hasn't collapsed. Now, Bitcoin's worth $1 trillion to $1.5 trillion. It has not collapsed, Harmony One. Okay, on the whole, it's just it's a relationship, it's a dynamic that we want to look at. What has happened, and it's nice for you guys, because I was having a discussion yesterday with someone who's very into Bitcoin, who was looking at Bitcoin. He really believed in Bitcoin. That's good. It's a great time for him. I would encourage everyone to diversify your portfolios, but really in terms of Harmony One, you're not going to get the same price action in Bitcoin. Unless you're on leverage, unless you're on margin, and please listen to this. If you're new to the community or you're a loyal subscriber, you guys understand you're not going to achieve the same kind of pricing event and the leverage, that you're in terms of your capital. How can you leverage your capital through gain potential? Okay, through gain potential in terms of saying, well, this is the amount that we expect to gain over the next, your reasonable gain potential over the next 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. You're not going to get the same kind of pricing action in Bitcoin unless you trade on margin, unless you go into a large kind of event wherein you're trading on the margin. So you can flip back and forth quickly. You can sell in and out. You can go to a Bitcoin position if you choose. No one's going to blame anybody, I'm going to say that, for taking a 20% gain here, playing the differentials here essentially, because that's, you guys made 70% in 5 days. Who's going to knock that? No one. If you chose, to get out and go to a Bitcoin position, fine. That makes sense. You're going to make a little bit more, a touch more here. Now let's look at the percentage gain. I want to really get into the fundamentals here of the percentage gain. Okay, from this point of 59,000. Let's look at this. Let's diagnose this. You're up 5%, okay, from the all-time high. You've just broken through. Now this is Bitcoin, okay? You've just broken through the all-time high. Well, that's good. Let's look at what percentage. All right, you're up 2.9%. All right, that's fine. That's not too bad, right? That's 2.9%. Let's look at the duration that it took on the upside of the last major event here. It took 7 days. That's okay, 7 days to accumulate up and achieve on this leg here. This is a for instance. It did go up, and you have to say it went up 30% over 8 days, over 7 or 8 days. Okay, 30% over 8 days? All right. You guys know where I'm going, right? 30% over 8 days? All right, okay. So what have we done in 5 days? Well, we've made 70%. Okay, so if you guys want to go to an immediate position of Bitcoin, that's fine. That's fine. If you choose to do that, that's fine. You made 30% in a nice gain period for Bitcoin. You did. Over 7 days, you made 30%. Congratulations. I'm just going to say that. I do like Bitcoin. I hold Bitcoin, right? But I found a better pricing action here in Harmony One. Why? Because I know just based on our targets in the last, I don't have anything to worry about. That's the good thing, because I know the chart speaks for themselves. So even you strong Bitcoin holders right now, you're like, London, just shut up, right? Because I spoke with you yesterday a little bit, and you're like, fine, huh? Yeah, okay. So in a nice run up, you had 30% over 7 days, right? Okay, last 5 days we're what? We're fine. You're up 70%. And I know you guys got out. You got in and out of this this Harmony One. So don't act like we don't trade, right? You're not trading. I love the holders in this story. Okay, I love the holders in this story. I love the Harmony One story. It's just beautiful, and the price action, it just is phenomenal. I love watching pricing develop and watching all these different things. I love negative correlations. I love the market. I hope you guys do too. So we're watching on the bottom. We're watching Bitcoin reach an all-time high. That's really nice. It's up, and it is. We measured it out. It's up 4.92%. So guys, when I'm doing the calculations, we just brought up 3 point whatever percentage, etc. without the scalpel. Now it's up 4.92%. That's on the day. That's not just in relation to the previous all-time high. So yeah, we're on with our calculations. We're on with our kind of diagnoses. I keep getting this sense. All right, I'm just gonna say it. I keep getting this kind of, and essentially we're in this just well-patterned, nice, beautiful. It's just kind of a temporary phenomenon. It's nothing that we would draw out like this and count on, okay? But it is kind of occurring, okay? It is just something that's occurring. It's a nice just sideways consolidation. It's deciding, okay? This is deciding where it wants to go from here. And all this is, it's not a wedge. It's not a really anything. It's just indicative of kind of a consolidation, nice consolidation in the price action. As people weigh whether or not they want to be involved, we're talking about right now. And you guys are getting to the point, it's like, no, right now, over the next few hours, over the next few days, I want to be involved potentially in Bitcoin or some other instrument while it's setting new all-time highs. You want to run with that. That's fine. That's fine. Just do understand that we're in a position. Now, you just made 20% on your money yesterday. You've made 70% on your money if you watch this channel, right? You've made 70% in the last 5 days. So if you want to go ride another, potentially 10%, 15%, that's fine. That's fine. Congratulations to the whole crew in here that watched my Ripple video. It's funny, when I do something that's not on Harmony One, I don't get good reviews. It doesn't get out to a big crowd of people. This is the Harmony One crowd. We know that, huh? But I'll throw you something here and there. I'll throw you something like XRP, and that was one of the videos like foundational, big resource cash, big investment kind of money. I was like, big on that one. Some other stuff, if you don't ever hear me talk about it again, it's off the radar. It's on the radar for a day or two, then it's off the radar for good. But XRP, you guys know, I was like, this is an opportunity. I was like, just seeing it, looking at the previous price action in 2018, I was like, this is an opportunity. Like, I cannot get you to understand that enough. It's going to make money. I don't know how to say that without giving you advice or shrouding it too much. I'm being comical right now. But that is exactly the tone that I gave it to you at, right? Now, understand, as you guys look at Bitcoin, right? Yes, as you look at Bitcoin, you're like, well, maybe we'll make 30% in 7 days. Okay, we've made 70%. What else have we done? Well, I gave you XRP at what? At 80? 80 cents? Right? Yeah. What's it at? It's at $1.68. Okay. So congratulations, you've doubled your money. Yeah. So it's going to depend on how much of your money is where, etc. When you're going to double it. For instance, are you pulling in and out of BNB, Binance? How are you managing all your details there? It's just, are you flipping to Bitcoin right now? You have your own decisions to make. Okay, I can't make the decisions for you. I can give you commentary for those of you who listen heavily. I give you commentary, and the commentary is important. That's why those who really listen, I think you do better. And you're probably you're intelligent people, and you're finding those niches. But yeah, a lot of people are going to sell you on XRP. We think it's a dynamic, fantastic technology. We think, really? Man, show me a chart. You show me a chart, and I'll put it in context. I'll tell you, I guarantee you, I'm going to tell you within the chart dynamics whether or not it's kind of we're just going to pepper in some money. I talked about like BNB. Well, we're just going to pepper in some money. People want to talk about something else. Well, we just pepper in some money, kind of light. No, XRP, you guys know on this channel, everybody, I was like, foundational, heavy amounts of money. Okay, yeah, right. And I get serious like that because I don't know how to express it in terms of my opinion on it, right? Let's say my viewpoint. It's not even my viewpoint. It boils down to the charts. It boils down to the previous chart action on the pricing action. What can you reasonably expect from XRP, which has been unleashed? Okay, it's been unleashed. For those of you involved, right, and my crew here, you know, give me a thumbs up, give me a like on the video. You know, we gave you XRP at 80, and it wasn't just a normal, well, we think it has a good technology, it has a good rating. It's not one of these, weird, slimy kind of shill, kind of creepy videos where someone's just pushing something. No, I'm like, look at the chart. I'm giving you the technical fundamentals of it as to why it's going to walk up. And, it is walking up beautifully. That's double, that's 2 times. And just the amount of technical analysis, those justifications, we're hitting the technicals just bam, right on. So, hey, thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. This is a very well-liked video, and you guys should like it because you're making money in every direction right now. And enjoy these days because this is a good day, huh? You're making money. You've doubled right here on XRP. In the last 5 days here, when you've traded this correctly on the Harmony One, which is our go-to baby. We love Harmony One. Price action is unmatched, okay? But you've made 70% on Harmony One. And when you've traded this back and forth on XRP, as you've held XRP since we brought it to your attention, you've doubled your money. So you made 2x in the last, I'm talking week. In the last week, you've made a 2x on XRP. On Harmony One, we have traded through, we've made 70% on Harmony One. BNB we peppered in. I told people we're going to pepper in, but if you were on the Discord and follow that link in the chat, because we were able to give you a price target on BNB, and you made, what was that, 20%, just bam bam immediately. Another price target that I was able to give you precisely based on Fibonacci's. Fibonacci gave it to me, I gave it to you. That's it. It's kind of like an Elon Musk situation. He didn't invent like Tesla. Nikola Tesla existed beforehand. Fibonacci, it's like someone needs to recommunicate what Fibonacci is, and these trading platforms, these exchanges are able to do that, but you need to find your own reconciling with the fact that Fibonacci is there, it exists, like the Tesla technology, kind of free energy, it exists, and it's something that's very profitable. So get on that Discord, make sure you find these great opportunities, and we will be giving away 1,000 Harmony One. We have a shout out to Yosuke, shout out to American Diesel, shout out to all our good guys here. What'd you make 70% on? I missed out on a few vids. Okay, Jimbo Khan, well, you got to stay up to date, brother. Shout out to Infidel. Shout out to everybody. You guys have got to catch up on the vids, man. It's not just 70%. We just doubled on XRP, literally on a heavy recommended technicals. Okay, and I recommended technicals for you guys to look at in terms of foundational money. And it wasn't just a sing-song of, well, we think it's a good coin. No. This is very highly technical information that just matches up on the charts extremely well to where we can pinpoint a kind of a target price on it. And it's not and I say it's like Tesla because wireless energy. I mean, Elon Musk he's not inventing it, right, at all. He's not at all. It exists. Tesla invented it. It's like Fibonacci. That is the genius of this is Fibonacci. We're a conduit for this. The exchanges are giving us the conduit, serving as a conduit for this program. Okay, that's the case. But we have to be able to take advantage of it. We have to be able to re-implement it, kind of like Elon Musk is doing with Tesla, right? Yeah, absolutely. You get that analogy. It's like, yeah, that existed before. Someone created that before. We have to give it legs again. We can do that. The exchanges are giving it legs with giving us the programs, but we have to say, yeah, this technology, it works. It's phenomenal technology. That's essentially what we're taking advantage of is was it tried and tested, true real technology, some real kind of real, what are you going to call it? A strategy to put in place that will allow you to capitalize on the market. It's just the truth. And you guys have capitalized tremendously. I want you to go to Twitter as well because we have new guys getting into the room right now. They want to know exactly where have we made 70%. Where exactly have we made 70%? Well, it's not just that. We've doubled. We've made 70%. Go into the search box, and you'll start getting some notifications from us on giveaways. You'll get notifications on what are the hot, kind of the primary things to look at in terms of technicals. You just need to look at this stuff. So go to the kingdom. You have to type in the search box, the kingdom. Okay, we're the crypto kingdom. I'm London. All right, pleasure to meet you. Good morning, and we have such an exciting day in the market. We're happy to make your acquaintance today if this is your first time. Loyal subscribers, people returning. Hey, hats off to you. We're making cash. All right, we're making good money. We're looking at those technicals. Type into your Twitter. Okay, the kingdom, TheKingdom, the kingdom. You'll have to go to the bottom where it says go to the kingdom. When you click on the bottom of that drop down box, it'll take you to us. Go ahead and click follow. All right, we have a good group. Okay, it's a dynamic group of people, a dynamic group of. I mean, I just got to tell you guys, some of the investors in this group will really floor you. A lot of dynamics. Okay, this is the Discord. We have giveaways right here. We're about to give away very soon. We're going to give away another 1,000, yeah, 1,000 Harmony One. That's really cool, huh? Yeah, it's really cool. But we spin the wheel. Shout out to Yosuke. Hope you're doing well this morning, Yosuke. Money's being made right and left, and we're right in the middle. We're dead. We're smack dab in the middle of the right and left, and we're taking advantage of both sides in the market right now. And that's ideal. That's what we want to be doing, right? We want to be able to say, on the right, I can make money here, bam. On the left, money here, bam. And we want to be able to just use both hands like this and continually pop that cash in. All right, so that's what we're trying to do, and that's what we're having success doing. It helps when we do a primary, a primary video on heavy amounts of foundational cash into XRP at 80. Right? You guys have seen it go to, it's doubled. Okay, so in terms of what you make money on, it's not just XRP. Don't go looking for XRP. This is the channel where we talk about kind of primary, kind of technical, technical, along with some fundamentals, but technical aspects of the pricing action that tells us, based upon the mathematics, this is where the pricing is going to go. Or a lot of times, there's no barrier. Okay, there just is no barrier in between. A price target, let's say a price target where it is now, or a price target of where it's going. Or let's say an actual price now of an actual price to where it could be most likely going in all probabilities. So we play those probabilities. Are they right 100% of the time? Believe it or not, they all have a degree of variability in the projections. That's built into Fibonacci's. You have to understand that, but they all have a fallback position. So as you're gearing up your trust, as you're gearing up your involvement in something, just understand that there is a price, there's a differential built in for the different variables. So we are seeing a support level develop for Harmony One. You guys see that. It kind of seems like we're developing a support level in around the 14.8, 14.9. Now that can change. It can go up. It can go down. We've already discussed that the sentiment right now has been bullish. It has been positive. 70%. I need to redirect you guys to this because XRP is a unique phenomenon. It's also risky, guys. It has gone through the roof. So in terms of heavy foundational money that I mentioned very sternly, okay, sternly foundational heavy money. People are asking me about BNB, okay? It's gone up phenomenally. From 400, it's added on, a huge amount, almost equivalent to XRP. They're asking me right now, buying into BNB. I'll tell you a different sentiment on BNB that you're getting in the chat rooms for me is more in line with just kind of peppering in at this level. Just peppering in at this level. When people say, well, how much this and that? I know instead on XRP, fundamentally, foundationally, I said foundational levels of money, big times of resource cash thrown at that trade, okay? So, I mean, that's the kind of trade. It's just in this zone, which is, if you look at your screen, it's in this area or this zone, which is why I said that originally, okay, when I discussed this. Now, still in terms of a consistent price action that you understand, okay, and as this goes up, I'm going to say, as this continues to go up, you're going to lose that on XRP, okay? You're going to lose that dynamic. I'm going to tell you, you're going to lose the notion that it has never been, it's going to get quickly to where it's going to repeat where it's already been, and you're going to build in some additional volatility to it that may not be very palatable, but may not be very desirable from you. So that heavy amount of institutional cash has worked out now. Okay, those returns have worked out now. You've just doubled your money, your heavy amount of money. God, that's a good year. You can scale out of that. You can do what you will. You're essentially playing with the house money right now on XRP. Okay, that's beautiful. If you can take your bulk of your foundational, kind of your foundation or your cash, double it into XRP like you just did if you listen to the channel, and now you're just playing with house money, well, you can keep that in XRP. If the risk presented to you is too much, you can shift this back into Bitcoin. I mean, you could have made many Bitcoin just on that trade. You can throw it into, kind of a different, portfolio. There's a lot of things you can do, but that was a big trade. Big trade. BNB again, just peppering in at BNB. It's high right now. It's going through a trajectory. So let's look at, I'll probably dig into some of the comments just to update you guys. Our pricing targets are working phenomenally well. Go ahead. I told you Discord, Twitter. I'm going to keep repeating that because when people come into the chat room, I see, good morning family, Rodriguez, what's up brother? Nice to see you. Link to the Discord fans. Yeah, sure. It's the link at the top of the, just so you know, the top of the chat room right now. Get into that Discord. okay? And you'll be able to ask me questions. And there you go, there you go. Let's do some shout outs here. I'd like to see if you guys are joining up in on the Twitter at all. Looks like the Twitter. Yeah, there we get some, there we go. I like that. Good to see you guys. 46 others following. We do have some more members of Twitter. I'm going to do some shout outs. I want to get you guys involved in understanding who people are, okay, in your community. This is the group that wants to make, the 40% or wants to make the 70% or wants to double that money. Prior financial experience, a financial analyst when I was 20 years old. Was it 21 years old? I graduated from Duke in 3 years. So after that, I went and built $1 billion equity fund. And I worked and I built an investment package directly for Harvard, the Harvard Foundation, and we got $1 billion. And for the group I was with, and it was good. My numbers they're good enough for Harvard. All right, I've studied there afterwards in the business context, but before I went to business school, my numbers were still good enough for Harvard. Okay, so in terms of who we are and what we are, that's just the truth. So I think they'll be good enough for you, maybe. If you think not, that's okay. And I see some people don't like the feed. It's like, well, okay, maybe you don't like making money. That happens. If you are in the feed and you do want Harmony One to do well, and you want to hear about opportunities to make money, click a thumbs up. For those of you who don't, click a thumbs down. If you don't want to make any money, click a thumb down. But this will help me in terms of how many new people there are in the chat. I need to know how many new people there are. And it doesn't always give us that diagnostic right now live. So if you can let me know that, yes, say we're here and we actually are not a robot. We actually want to make money and we appreciate information, target pricing, and what can achieve double your money. And you guys, when I say it, that was covered in a prior video, it's just the truth, okay? And it's the way that my crowd knows that if we have a 2-hour stream or we have a 5-minute video or whatever we have, we're very dedicated, okay? We're very dedicated. We have a serious group of investors, and we also have a lot of fun, right? It's not just like, it's all business at the office, everything else like that. Thanks for those thumbs up, guys. Thanks for those thumbs up. They mean a lot. If you've reserved off, it takes 2 seconds. Click that little thumb up there and let us know you're willing to make some money. You want to make some money with our group. It lets our group know you want to be a part of a group that wants to make money. And not everyone's going to give you the technicals, guys. It's just not. I don't know a lot of people. Honestly, I don't know anyone else. I know a lot of smart individuals, but I don't know anyone else at 22 years old that courted Harvard with an investment package and was able. Their figures were good enough for $1 billion overall aggregate investment. So I don't know anyone else like that. If I did, I'd be listening to them. I know some great investors. I pick up from what they have told me, but I've hired the best guys on the street. Literally, I've had them work at my hedge fund. Number one guy at the bond desk from First Boston, I hired him. Okay, he reported to me. He asked me questions, okay? The one thing you'll learn about this business, everyone has a degree of uncertainty. You need that fallback position where you're able to say, you're able to refer up to somebody, okay? I'm your refer up to. And essentially, the one thing I'm going to refer up to so that you guys understand are the technicals, okay? I'm going to refer up to the technicals. Now, on any strategy positions, I'm going to be referring to the top dogs. When you hear strategy on this channel at all, it's going to be the top dogs in the industry who have put together an investment approach. That's the bottom line. That's the truth. So my strategy is not my particular strategy. No, I was offered a position with Morgan Stanley, in terms of becoming a stockbroker. I wound up saying no to a formalized offer after interview, handshakes, everything else like that. I told Morgan Stanley no. I had already built $1 billion equity fund. I had already, put that financial package together and done those figures. It was good enough for the Harvard institution in their max years of earnings. Okay, it was the most competitive time for Harvard ever in terms of their disbursement of funds and making deals, etc. My numbers were good enough during it was the highest required return on their capital that Harvard had experienced up until that time. So it was a very competitive time, very difficult to get the numbers through, and my numbers worked. Right, so it was good to interface with them, with the team that we had and their team, etc. That was fundamental at age 22. So thereafter denying and going ahead and saying no, I don't want to. If I'm going to reject a formalized offer with Morgan Stanley, okay, going in and beginning my own private hedge fund. These experiences have created a good kind of robust experience level of I'll say just being very comfortable. I'll say that being very comfortable with financial issues. And something that I can look at and say, yeah, we can do this. And so I like the people who also think and know that they can do this, and they want someone to refer up to. You want me to refer up to. That's fine. If you want to refer up to me, you want to coach in this process. A lot of people make mistakes in the market when they lose money. Those are painful mistakes. I want you to last in the market a long time. I want you to be sustainable. I don't want people to suffer with bad accounts. I don't want you to have a residual, memory of, well, that was 4 or 5 years ago when that happened. People hold on to bad experiences. I want you to have positive experiences. That's why Harmony One has represented a huge opportunity to us. It's got incredible price action, 70% aggregate, okay, 70% on the ins and outs over the previous 5 days. You're not going to find that on Bitcoin, guys. I mean, you can try, but you're not really going to find that. You're going to find a new breakout over the next 7 days. You might make 30%. For right now, it might make sense for you to be, have some exposure. I have some holdings in Bitcoin, so I can say I have some exposure. But what we choose to trade, okay, is Harmony One. What we hone in on is, this just a dynamically priced mechanism that allows us a good culture to kind of revolve around, and that's very positive. That's what we choose to do. Opportunities like XRP, you guys know that, doubling your money. Now everyone's talking about XRP, not the way we talked about it. Okay, not the way we talked about it. If you look at your screen right now, believe it or not, these are real charts. These are real portions that actually make sense. Every one of these issues, even the diagrams here, even the rocket, believe it or not, the briefcase full of cash and around the golden pocket, the retracement level of 61.8 or 65 on the overall aggregate, that would be the retracement. Okay, this thumbs up was here as a key zone in and around this target level. All of these things represent something immediate, okay, in terms of your evaluation. Not everyone is going to be able to understand that. That's why you need to listen and have a good coach. You need to be able to dynamically understand and be able to tolerate. I'll just say that, be able to tolerate, because there's a lot of different personalities out there. Some people just want to be thrilled. They just want to tune into a station. They want to be kind of yelled at for a minute, and they want to get excited and hyped up, and then they want to go put their money in. It's kind of like a big rush, kind of like a rock concert with the ability to make some money. It's like, yeah, headbang it, let's go for it. That's not what we're into, guys. We're not into that. We're into the detailed fundamentals, the reasons why, the investment approach that we cover here is very, very sophisticated. It's extremely sophisticated, okay? It's used by the top investment houses. How do I know? Guys, I've interfaced with the top investment houses. I've hired people from the top investment houses, some of the top guys on the street, if not the top guy on the street, okay? And so I know. That's just the bottom line. I do know that. I'm able to share that with you. In terms of this, you guys know it's not financial advice, because I don't cover the gamut in terms of financial information. I don't cover, the potential for fraud in Harmony One. I don't cover all the disclosures, the variabilities, all of the, what do you want to call them, like the arbitration agreements and all that. I'm not going to cover your risk loss ratio and present you a formalized packet. That's not what I intend to do. That's no fun. That's not what I want to do. Financial analysts will do that. Compliance with federal and state law. I'm not doing that. Like a compliance with federal and state laws. I don't want to spend my time doing that all day long. That's no fun for me, right? What's fun for me is trading. What's fun for me is getting into a dynamic where we have the ability to essentially build a good community that wants to learn the technicals and wants to know your entry points, wants to know, how can I make 70% in 5 days? All right, because Bitcoin's about to run. This is what you want to know right now. Bitcoin's running right now. Yes, okay. The last time it ran, it made, let's just say, if we take it out the full spectrum here, if we take the full spectrum, it went up 40% over 13 days. It went 40% over 13 days. All right. Everyone knows where I'm going with this one. 40% over 13 days. All right. Impressive, huh? Impressive. Now, what did Harmony One do, huh? On April 7th? It went 48% in 16 hours. You guys see that? Yeah, okay. All right, so what you're saying here at the Crypto Kingdom is you can make 40% over 13 days. You sure can. You can also make 48% in 16 hours. 16 hours is less than a day versus 4 days. Okay, so you can make more in 16 hours than you can make in 4 days. In 4 of the best days that it's had recently. Everyone nodding up and down. Yes, yeah, we understand that, right? Good. I need you to understand details like that. Now, the previous spike, let's say, well, what happened here? Okay, well, the previous one, okay, and let's say you made, this one was a good one, guys. You made 90%. Now, this is Bitcoin also. Now, this is before the breakdown. This is when a lot of people got involved. It made 90% in 24 days. In a month, it made 90%. Huh? It almost doubled your money in a month. Cool, huh? That's impressive in a month. All right, well, you guys know our XRP trade, right? Yeah, you know the video we brought you on that, the heavy institutional amounts of cash to be invested in XRP, calling that. Yeah, you just made that in 3 days, in 4 days. Okay, instead of a month. Okay, in a month. Now, you just made that in 3 or 4 days in XRP from this channel. And that wasn't well, we think it might gain traction. It wasn't a couched position. That was not a couched position. That was based on the technicals. This is where XRP is going, period. It's going, it's going to shoot it's going to shoot up. Watch it, and you guys have seen in a short amount of time, it's more than doubled. It's more than doubled in a period of 4 or 5 days. So in terms of outpacing Bitcoin, it's nice to be a part of Bitcoin. It's nice to hold. I hold Bitcoin, guys. I do. It's part of my holdings. So don't think I'm not involved in the overall dynamics of a portfolio diversification. And I understand the risks involved in something like this. I just like to trade. I like the dynamics. It's something we can do. Not that it's easy. It requires patience, but the patience that it requires is, as you look at it, the patience that it requires is not the same patience that some of these larger concerns require. I mean, 70% on the swings here in Harmony One over the last 5 days. We're going to take it, guys. And we woke up this morning and people were disappointed. Well, it's gone down. Well, what I have to say is I'm not going to explain it. Everyone wanted to know what's your, how do you average out? How do you ladder out your trades? Okay, how do you do that in terms of your, how do you scale out of a profitable position and plan for the upside? Well, I'm not going to tell you guys that. I want you to make your own risk assessment to some point in terms of, what is enough for you, because that tells me that explains to me where you guys are at. The fact that you didn't hold through this, the fact that you wanted your tolerance right now is about 20%. I can kind of say, okay, what would the top strategies say to you right now? And I don't want to necessarily, back off of anyone and say, don't take 20%. No, because that puts us in a position over the last 5 days that you've made 30, to 40% and then 20%. Okay, you've made like 70% in the last 5 days. That's beautiful, guys. That's a beautiful story. And I have people like that who are around me that I talk to on the phone that love this channel. And they love it because I'm giving you the price targets. I'm giving you the entry points, right? Yeah. So I love the fact that you guys are taking some profits, that you're making good money, right? Are we trying to reconstitute the upward trend in Harmony? Absolutely. Absolutely. Have we been doing that? Absolutely. All right? Absolutely, we've been doing that. Okay, how do we know? Well, because look at this beautiful price action we created on the side here. All right? Beautiful price action, okay? This lateral price action. We have vertical price action. As we get into some technical details, okay? We have vertical price action, okay? Up and down, vertical price action. Then we have lateral price action, okay? Side to side, duration, okay? That forms our frequency intervals, okay? So vertical price action, okay? Lateral price action. The lateral price action, when maintaining support like it did at this first level, okay, that is creating a bullish scenario. That's a sign that buyers are in the market in and around this level. Buyers are in the market, okay? That's bullish. That's you guys showing up saying, yeah, we're here. We have an investment, I guess this is an investment channel. You guys know that. Yes, an investment. We're investors. We like investing. That's what we do. We are investors, right? Yeah, it's a good thing. Nothing wrong with that. So, let's see what we have. As we look at this, yeah, this is the lateral movement we were able to provide to the market, right? Yes, we're creating a bullish scenario, pushing this outward. Yes, pushing this outward, all right? So as we got into this level, people got in at 20%, guys. You've heard that enough. You understand that. But the 70% is this original price target on the money, guys, literally. Right here, this will be your investment target. Why? Because this green line, let me pull this over, this level right here told us exactly. Now, careful on how you draw your own Fibonacci's. But look, if you invested at $100 here and $200 in this green level here, I'm going to say it should be doubled or tripled down. I have 600 here. I've had that there for weeks. 600, tripling down your investment. Okay? Because why? You're getting more. It follows economic principles, right? Yeah, lower price, you're gonna have more of a demand. Follow economic principles and you'll find that your economics, your financial situation is probably gonna improve. If you don't, if you buy more at high levels and your demand is out of sync with the markets, you're going to find that you're not making much money. And you have to have a framework together to where you understand what is a high level, what is a lower level, right? This is a very expensive level. This in here is less expensive, so you'll have some demand. You'll have more demand in this level, okay? As the price falls, you'll have more demand. The market participants will have more demand. Understand how logical that is? That is just logical, guys. People who fight that and just want to have more demand at the top levels, guys, you're fighting against basic economic principles. You're not going to make money. You don't enter in these high levels. You don't do that, okay? Now, within these individualized, and we break down the components into kind of micro moves here on these frequencies, then yes, we start to, but we layer in. We pepper in at the top, and we layer in, and we always have these other levels. Okay, we have these other levels down here where, I just got to say, it didn't really even challenge you. Even if you drew the Fibonacci up to this top level, it really didn't challenge you to ever invest in this top level, this red zone. Not one time were you challenged to invest in that red zone. Not one time. If you drew out the Fibonacci, not one time were you required to invest in this top zone. Look at this. Look at this. Boom, you're back up. Even making 10% right there. That's fine. People made 10% and got out. They were frustrated with Binance or whatever, okay? So these are the levels. When I say this, we bring this across, okay? We bring this across here. This is the 50% retracement at the 600 or the triple down level of aggregate investment. Yes, you make good money. So that was already existing. This level already existed, all right? This level is going to exist again. Pay attention. This level right now is going to exist again, all right? This 13-cent mark is going to exist again as you look at, well, where are we headed now, okay? Well, where we're headed now, we're either going to go back up to the upside or we're going to bounce around. We may bounce around off this channel. It looks like it doesn't want to just collapse through this channel, okay? But this 13-cent mark, the 13-cent mark is going to be another critical level. It's going to get hit again. All right, you're going to revisit that. And just like I said, everyone wake up, everyone pay attention. This is going to be a key level in and around this retracement zone to 7-8, right? Yeah, the 7-8, you're going to experience more of a pricing event. There's going to be money here, right? Yes. Okay. Now I'm saying right now, as a matter of fact, at the 13 cent, now the 12.75, the 13 cent. We'll get out the scalpel in a bit. We'll do this beforehand in between now and there. I'm saying we will refine this. I don't like drawing on candles. I don't like drawing my fibs on candles, okay? Okay, I don't normally do that. Okay? I did that to show that we picked up this level in and around the 13.69. That was precisely my level. Okay? That was precisely my go-to zone. So you guys know who maxed this out, who really got 20%. You guys will hear 13.69. You'll hear 13.69 probably what, 5-6 times? 10 times, 20 times, repeated throughout the duration of the videos. You'll hear this exact target, bam, all through here. You'll hear this exact target, 13.69, all throughout the entirety of this. So you got picked up for the rocket ship here and made your 20+% and got out. You probably hit this red zone. You're like, okay, that's fine. You hit 18, 20% on some foundational cash. You hit 18, 20% on 50 grand. Yeah, you did okay. You're gonna hit 10 grand. You're gonna hit 10 grand. You're gonna make 10 grand on 50 in a few hours. Beautiful. Within 4 or 5 days, you're gonna make 10 grand on 50. That's phenomenal. You just made before that. You made if you're playing with the same 50, you put in 50 in and around the level of 13. You made 30% on 50 or 40%. Yeah, if you made 30% on 50, you made 15 grand on 50. Cool. You pull it out, you cut it, quit, right? You go ahead and pull it out of the market. You make 15 grand, right? Yeah, then you go reinvest the 50 here, layered in, structured approach, support the market maker, etc. We go light in this first green level, peppered in, about $100, I say normally around here, the equivalent of whatever you're playing with. This double down in this next green level. Why? Because it's a lower price, you have more demand. Doesn't mean you have no demand. You have to have some demand. If this thing rocket ships up, you want to have some exposure to the upside, right? Absolutely. If this doesn't retrace and it takes off, you want your exposure to the upside. You guys understand that? You have to pepper this in. You have to program your trades in, put your limit orders in. This next level, you have to program in. You have to put your exposure in a different level. You have to recognize basic economic principles. At a lower price, you'll have a higher demand. All right, if it rockets up from there, you've accumulated some demand. As it gets in here, you're going to double and triple down from the prior two levels. Why? Well, because it's a cheaper price, and we're going to accumulate in. We're going to achieve a lower cost basis on a bigger volume, okay, for Harmony 1, and yeah, we're going to buy more, so we double, triple down here. Then this is the key area, right in here. I'm going to tell you, the key area, right, it starts to get right in here. That's your golden pocket. That's where we really start. We've double, triple down from everything else. We're down into here. Now, the beautiful thing, when we hit this, bam, that's our final frequency level. That's the serious amount of cash, which, on the whole, look at this. Some people play with a lot of cash, a lot of money. You know, we got 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure people that we know and deal with. You know, I got 10-figure people, guys. You know, that's billion, okay? 10-figure people, right? Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. We can deal with that. We can. This is a, you know, we can deal with that. Okay, that's fine. Just so you know, but in general, this is, you know, if you can't deal with that, you can't deal with Harmony 1. Harmony's worth 1.5 billion, all right? So that's just the way it is. So we're bringing over this amount of cash too. It's a light amount of cash up top. Why? Because it's in line with the overall economic principles of the market. At a very high price, there's no demand. Well, we're going to have a little bit of demand in this price area because we're still on this overall retracement. We're still on, well, you know, compared to the overall Fibonacci retracement that we're currently going through, yes, okay, we're still in this same zone. These apply over. Okay, so these figures that you're at over here, the 100 or the 300 or whatever we get into, yeah, I'm going to tell you, this $100, this applies over. Okay, it doesn't, you know, nothing changes. All right? It applies over. The 200, it applies over into here. It may be 200,000 for you. All right, you may have 600,000 in the next level. All right, why would you have that much money? Because this thing is multiplying money like nobody's business. It's got incredible price action, right? Yeah. So the 600, it may be 600,000. Okay, in some cases it may be 600 million. That's fine. The 1.8, okay, 1,800 would go down into here and fit into your, kind of your golden pocket ratio. All right, so that's going to be big money when you get down into that. Now it's just carried over from the overall principles here. The bottom level, 5,400, that's foundational money. That's long-term money. That's getting Bitcoin in again at 2,000 bucks. If and when it goes to 2,000 bucks, you want the money on the sidelines, you're going to have it. If Bitcoin or this were to go down to the bottom levels, you're ready for a long-term bear market, no problem. You love the fundamentals. Only trade in something you love the fundamentals on. Period. Now, I'm not saying this will crash at all. I'm just letting you guys know the investment levels across and what people are making and how much they're throwing in. As I talk about 50 grand, the guy with 50 grand may have a couple million in his account. Okay, he may be kind of peppering in along the top levels and enjoying this price action. But look, you know, we're in the crypto market. We're not in like, we're not forming a Roth IRA. You know, if you want that, go to TD Ameritrade or, you know, Fisher Price Cooper, whatever they're doing now. If you guys want to form a Roth IRA, go ahead and do that. You can go to the Roth IRA division, the T. Rowe Price, the American Bullion. Go to those stations. Don't listen to us. We want to make, and we are making 70% in the last 5 days. So that's nice, and we are doubling on XRP with a heavy investment schedule, peppering in, okay, to BNB, peppered, just kind of peppered in and out. BTC, Bitcoin, all new high, 62,000. You can wait 14 days. You can wait 14 days to go make your, you know, or a month to make 100%. You can do that. I bet you we beat you. I bet you we beat you at this channel. I bet you Harmony 1 beats you. Okay, if you go to Bitcoin and you want to make 100% of your money in the next month, all right. You want to make 120%? I bet you we beat you. I bet you'll come back to this channel and be like, man, he told me he'd beat us. What is he doing now? I wonder what London's doing now with the crypto kingdom. Well, he's probably beating us. You know, that's the bottom line. With our investment strategy and approach, I bet we beat you. All right, that's the bottom line. That's the group. We have a great group dynamic, and I'll pull up some of the issues here as you guys are looking at. We're getting some likes. I appreciate that, guys. It means a lot when you do a thumbs up. That means you want to make money. You want to be a part of the crew that's making the 70% and having the price targets. It's going to require that you trade. You're in a market. You buy and sell. It's going to require you buy and sell. It's just going to require you do it at the right times. And the program is telling you the right times to do it, okay? Essentially the right prices. You don't always have to have the right time. You have to have the right price, Okay, the time can be variable. We've seen that recently, but we can give you the right price because it gives the right price to us. Very easy, very easy. I'm going to bring up the Twitter real quickly. We're going to give away 1,000 Harmony One. Okay, 1,000 Harmony One. We're going to do that on the link that you see in the live chat. If you want to see or receive 1,000 Harmony One on the giveaway, that's a lot, guys. That's cool. Harmony One's a great investment. I mean, a great investment. It allows for even return on your investment. Let me say that. It has a great module for staking different things. So that 1,000 that you receive, it at least has the opportunity to earn more Harmony One. So it is kind of an actual investment. It has a return on your investment if you stake it, which is cool. Go to Twitter, The Kingdom. If you look up The Kingdom, type in TheKingdom, The Kingdom, okay? The Kingdom. And you'll have to scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll have to get the search bar, scroll all the way to the bottom, and put Go to the Kingdom, all right? If you click Go to the Kingdom, you'll be able to click on Follow, all right? Click Follow. It'll say Former Finance Professional and Presidential Advisor, okay? I'm a former presidential advisor and finance professional. Maybe I should switch those around. I've done a lot of things in life. I don't tell everybody about all of them, but that's the truth. Those things are the truth right there. Presidential advisor, formalized presidential advisor, and formalized finance professional. So I experience a good history. I enjoy good history. I'd love to bring you some detailed information in terms of how my calculations can work for you to your benefit. Click on, again, type in The Kingdom. Go down to, you'll have to scroll down and put Go to the Kingdom. And then let's do some shout outs. Let's do some shout outs here. All right, we got 50 people, huh? That's phenomenal. We got 50 people here that have followed up. Hinkle, shout out. What is this one? The big Diesel. Big shout out to the Big Diesel. Huh? We like that. That is cool, huh? That is just cool. We have a, look at that, right at you, looking at you, huh? Big Diesel. Hey, we like that mountain, huh? That's nice, huh? Nice mountain. Big Diesel. We got Hinkle. What's up, Hinkle? You got a kind of a NFT look there, huh? That's cool, huh? Now we got Panda. What's up, Panda? You love New York. We love New York. We love you being here. Welcome. What's up, Matthew Alturda? What's up? You got is that Michigan? What's up, Michigan? Ex-girlfriend from Michigan. Beautiful woman. Welcome, Matthew. Nice to have you. Kevco. Let's do a shout out, Kevco. Hey, beautiful chandeliers. Where are you in this picture? I don't see you. Are you on the chandeliers? No, he's not on the chandeliers, guys. I can confirm he's not on the chandeliers. So Bitcoin currency and Ethereum blockchain altcoin. Nice to have you here. We appreciate you, Kevco. Make sure you guys join that Discord too in the chat section. Go ahead and find that Discord. Let's go on to the next. Let's do a shout out to Dominic Fernandez in the crowd. Shout out to Dominic Fernandez. Looks like you're being towed on the drop spot, huh? You have a drop spot, or you just having fun in the water? A lot of tactical operations. I've studied intelligence, military intelligence at a high level. I've done very well in that as well. So that is nice. Chandler Pridgeon, welcome. Syracuse, we already been through that. Trippy Crypto, what are you doing here, Trippy Crypto? Oh no, he's doing that. He's fallen out of the space. He's created some floating minions, so that's okay. You got 500 followers. Welcome, Trippy Crypto. Help retweet. You guys help retweet our information. The giveaways will be coming. Go ahead and sign up with the Discord so that you guys are plugged in. Plugged into the community. 1,000 Harmony One to be given away soon. Again, outperforming the rest of the market. I'm going to say, in spite of the new highs, okay, in spite of all these great gains that are being broken through recently, and we have investment levels on different things that I personally am involved in, and I do recommend to individuals. But in spite of all these incredible gains, Harmony One continues to outperform. So it's very nice. It's very nice. Let's see what else we have. I'm going to look at the comments section real quickly, and let's take a draw back here and look at the overall line and the pricing indicators as they are presented to us. It looks like, let's go to the 1 hour instead of the 4 hour and put kind of a projection cap on where things are headed. Again, we can go. I actually got to tell you, this for some reason it just looks kind of pale this morning. Let's see here. Let's remove that. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. We're either going up from this area, okay, and we've looked at a negative correlation with Bitcoin. As Bitcoin has pumped up, it is taking a little cash out of Harmony One. That's no problem. People deciding to be a part of the Bitcoin pump. That's okay. That's okay. You took your 20% from this move. No problem. Let me move this over here so we have kind of a better perspective. You took your, and we can remove this so we can clean it up even further. This little rocket ship, we'll leave one on top there. So as you look at this, you've chosen to cash out at the 20%. You made here, our group made 30 to 40, almost up to 50%, depending upon exactly where you got in. If you got in at our price target, you made at least 30%. Period. You guys know that. When it's in a great velocity standpoint, you say, well, London, how do I really know what to do? I'll tell you a good measure that you can look at. Okay, a lot of times you can look at the measure of the velocity, okay, when you measure the velocity of something. But this has a potential to fake people out, okay? This specific investment instrument, it has faked people out, all right? So it likes to jump up. The market maker will move in, take essentially a contrary position, impute one kind of reasoning to people, maybe a fear or let's say a boldness in the market, an overconfidence, and he'll take advantage of that. He'll either drop the price if you're overly confident, or if you're fearful, he may rise the price on you. So you may miss out on either one of those dynamics depending upon where you're positioned. And a lot of times, if you're overly confident, you're not positioned in the right spot. And if you're overly fearful, you're not in the right spot. So you're compromised. Unless you're dealing with the technicals, okay, and these exact price entries. We gave you this exact price entry right here. So that was 20%. That's nice. That's nice. Let's zoom in so that looks kind of on an equivalent scale. Yeah, it's a good move. I haven't really wanted to draw anything in terms of a wedge pattern. Okay, it keeps coming up to me. It keeps kind of wanting to surface. I'm not sure that it really will surface. So you guys know your patterns quite well. I don't know that we'll reach this. It's a little too early because I would need not only one confirmation. This would be way too early to call it, but I would need a confirmation and another hit along the top somewhere. I would like that. We do have kind of two hits on a projected. I say this is still a projected line. I'm hesitant to even project this line, and I'm stating that and qualifying it as I am drawing it because I want you guys to know it looks like we do have kind of an upward angle of these 2 points, but I would like to hit another point in here and another point in here, and this might be something very dynamic for us to construct that we could break out of. All right, so maybe we're seeing something which could represent a new type of a formation for Harmony One, and that could be a good. Let's see, hold on. That could be something interesting. If it chooses to do something else, I won't be surprised in the slightest. But that could give you some upward mobility in and around here to 19 and around back to 19.7, almost 20 cents. Or potentially, and guys, this is very phenomenal. Please pay attention. To those of you paying attention to this, whether or not this specific pattern works out, this is good stuff right here. Why? Because what we're looking at here is either, okay, if it were to take this trajectory, this may give you some timing, but if we were to get up to, if we draw this channel, it's a coincidental, because we're going to get into, and I'm going to say that because we haven't defined this pattern, okay? We haven't defined this channel with the appropriate numbers of touches. It's just kind of a speculation at this point. 19.9, okay, 19 cents, almost 20 cents, right at 20 cents. If we drop this down, what do we hit? We hit the golden pocket. So if and when this is collapsing down, if and when this price structure delves down, I'll tell you that right now, I'll go ahead and explain that's not a negative for the coin. That's not a negative for your holdings at all. You want to be able to be in and out at these lighter levels, doubling down, getting more aggressively involved here, and it's going to hit that level. I'm going to say it's in the process of this, it's going to hit the 12.7. It's going to hit this 13 cents again. I just know it is. Why? Because it's on the Fibonacci chart. It's like I told you guys in this price action, it's going to hit this level. Why? Because it's on the Fibonacci chart. It's just it's like a basic construct of the dynamic of the market. It's going to hit this level. Period. I told you guys that it did. It hit it. It was perfect. Now in terms of this, it's going to hit this 13 cent mark again. Whatever it does, wherever it goes, when you guys see this in around 13 cents, know that it's already been a heavy amount of influx cash, and it already represents a big price movement. People have already made money in this market at 13 cents. It's going to make money here again. All right? I just said it. It's going to make money here again. Why? That's what the Fibonacci chart is telling me right now. Okay? So, history can unwind itself and we can travel backwards in time, maybe. Like it was some sort of theoretical event. Maybe we have a scenario where we literally go to the Bermuda Triangle and things disappear. Okay, we don't even know what happened. It would have to be like a Bermuda Triangle. Sometimes I talk about a negative miracle or some odd event that you don't even have a grasp on. It would have to be a Bermuda Triangle event for this thing to fall through and not even touch the 13 cents. You guys paying attention? It would literally have to be a Bermuda Triangle event. You'd literally have to things wiped from space and time for this not to hit. Can it go through that? Sure, we stalled out. I mean, technically, we stalled out on the runway here. We did stall out on the runway, right? They had to fix something on the tarmac. That was very annoying, right? We'll get through that. We just 70% in the last 5 days. We've done all right. Doubling up on Ripple, that's fine. Peppered in a BNB, it's done well. Some other things, Bitcoin, we have exposure to. Some of these other, key indicators, that's okay. It's interesting that one and BNB have a correlation right now. I find that very interesting because they've been very hot recently. So as we look at the correlation of these charts, BNB and one have been they're positively correlated right now. That's phenomenal. So that is good news. That is good news. Imagine a politician can help you. I don't talk politics. I was a presidential advisor, so that's just that's the level of trust that people have put in me. So if you have entrusted your time to me, I appreciate that. My opinions, I try and make sure that they're valid in line with whatever resource I'm using, right? Whatever resource I'm using. And I can use any resource. I'm trained to delve into a lot of different resources. If you're here, just so I know how many people are new in the group, this will help me. How many of you are already here? You've been here for a while and you're paying attention because this is your go-to source. Versus if you're brand new and you haven't hit the thumb up, go ahead and hit me the thumb up, and I'll re-explain some different details to you that you may not have caught in the context of this 70% move on the upside we've had in the last 5 days, the doubling of the money, and another thing we've had in the last 5 days. And these are specific targeted calls that we've said based upon the information we have, the technicals we have. This is the information which should be very relevant. So if you're new, go ahead and hit that thumb up, and I will go over the basic information. And in addition, the 1,000 Harmony One giveaway, those details on the 1,000 Harmony One giveaway. One of the hottest investments around. I love it. And what makes it a good investment, anything can be an investment. You can invest in bananas if you want to. You can invest in commodity, rice, pork bellies. You can invest in a lot of different ongoing concerns. I do see some new people. I'll go through some issues right now that instead of going into kind of commodities and futures, explaining derivatives or something like that. But Harmony One's nice because the price action. You can put your money into it, your earnings into it. The price action is phenomenal. So if you can get down and you're good at the pricing events, it is a market. That means you're going to have to buy and sell, or you just decide you want to hold it for a long time. That's fine. But in something that has variable pricing, you can create an arbitrage situation if you want to, if you will, or a buy in between the buyers and the sellers. As you participate, you're going to create a profit dynamic. That's why you're involved in the market. Okay, so that's a necessary component of being in the market, buying and selling. At least buying, or else you're not in the market. Now, if you plan to profit, at some point you're going to have to sell it. At some point you're going to have to sell all of it or a portion of it. A lot of people sell a portion if they've made dramatic gains. That's just the way it is. At some point you could borrow against it. We get into some different issues. But let's talk about the people who are new. Go ahead, and I want you to let you know in the last 5 days, we gave the exact targets here, guys. We gave the exact target in around the 13 cents. You saw a rise in the price of Harmony One at that target, and we love Harmony One, guys. It's the price action is phenomenal. We gave a price target and kind of a theoretical strategy amount of that we essentially borrowed that from some of the top traders. I have a very, very prolific background in terms of finance, okay? A lot of finance degree and on billion-dollar deals, etc. So we gave this price target. It has gone up 30%, okay, 30 to 40%, and some maxed out at about 50%. I'm going to say a ballpark at 30 to 50%. We also gave this price target right here. Okay, that was just on the 12th. That's literally yesterday. This price target worked out phenomenally well, 20% to the upside plus. So this within the last period of time, the last 5 days, people have capitalized. They have gained 70% on our pricing targets. Okay, and the threshold has been their willingness to kind of stand through and go ahead and make how much money. That's kind of where do they decide to sell? What's their threshold? Their threshold here was about 20%. That's okay. That's okay. There are some more critical levels around this area, i.e. the 13 cents. That's a critical level. We may break out to the upside depending upon what happens in the overall market. Anything can happen from this standpoint. What I do want to point out is those are the gains in addition to some recommendations, some direct recommendations to look at the technicals. I don't recommend you buy. I'll recommend you look at the technicals in context, and those technicals that we said were XRP. Now, I don't recommend you do that right now. I recommend you listen. Okay, because we're doing the research on the technicals, right? We're doing the research on the technicals and letting people know that this is a foundational kind of investment. This is a big money investment, and it is based upon the technicals, okay? It's what the technicals tell us. And it's moved in excess of 2x in the last week to the upside. So this is here 70% to the upside based upon our specific entry points. And I'm talking exact. If we get the scalpel out, bam, nice, just surgically stated and crafted entry points. XRP, boom, huge entry point at 80 cents, now at 1.72. This is the type of information we bring to you. Also, some of these other instruments. What I want to talk about is on the Discord. You'll see in the chat level right now. I need to discuss this for the new people that are here. We saw just 10 or 15 people pop up. Our Discord is where we discuss a lot of these. I'm London. You're at the Crypto Kingdom. Nice to have you, by the way. At the Discord, you'll see that if you click on live chat, there will be a link there. I want to show you the link first of all. Now, we will have a giveaway of 1,000. We just gave away, I think this one was 500. We'll have a giveaway, excuse me, of 1,000 Harmony One coming up in a few days. It is outperformed, particularly as we trade it has outperformed these other concerns. But this is a great group where you'll see, if you don't know about Discord, you can get into it and you can learn about it. But it's just, this is the Crypto Kingdom Discord. We do giveaways. We have hot cryptos. You have an area in here where you can ask me direct questions. And we're just building up something to kind of form the community. We want people who appreciate each other, who want to build that community and want to make money. Sometimes I'll tell people, do you want to make money? Some people just don't want to make money. I'm like, well, why are you in the market if you don't want to make money? This is our Twitter. Go into Twitter, and this may be more, something you're better versed to. You can type in the Kingdom, right? That's our name. We're the Crypto Kingdom. Type in the Kingdom. It's real simple. The Kingdom, right? Perfect. You're going to have to scroll to the bottom, though, and it says, go to the kingdom right here. Okay, you're going to have to go there where it says, go to the kingdom. Click on go to the kingdom. All right? Then you'll be able to follow us. I'll push out information announcements relevant to giveaways. These are real cash giveaways, guys. Whether or not it's in Harmony One or whatever it's in, these are real cash giveaways. This is real. These are real diagnostics on the technicals here, and that's what we essentially do, guys. We're doing diagnostics on the technicals. It's a perfect repair shop for something in need of profits. It's kind of like a profit repair shop. Well, let's get into that, or a maximization shop. So go ahead and get into there with the Twitter. Let's do a few shout outs. It looks like we got some new subscribers. That's fantastic. Let's look what we have for the subscribers. Carding One. Hey, Carding, what's going on? Nice to have you here. Harmony One, look at this, guys, in the tree. I love this, huh? That's very nice. You're not a financial advisor. You're a Chinese kitten, huh? With a nice tree there. It's a Chinese kitten, a picture of a Chinese kitten, huh? That's cool. And a cross, huh? Very nice. Welcome to the kingdom. We're happy to have you. Always do your own research. That's right. Metur. What's up, Metur? Serocrates. All right. Welcome, Serocrates. And Hermanite. We got another Harmony One Hermanite. That's fantastic. Welcome to the crew. You guys want to know how to make money on Harmony One and everything else that's going on. That is phenomenal. We recommend you put a profile picture up here. Also put in the circular one. That'll be your individual profile photo. And your overall larger one. Put in the header profile. You guys spent a little time on this today. Welcome to the community. We're happy to have you. And we're going to you're going to see our projections. It's really not, I say my projections, my predictions. It's just the software, guys. I mean, I wind up looking like a big genius on this stuff. Sometimes I studied at a graduate university. I was like number one, top of the class, period, of like 40,000 students. So, I can do that work. You guys, I believe anyone can. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to badly enough. So that's kind of my philosophy in life. Harmony One right now, it looks like it wants to be a little bit not messy at all. We're pushing sideways. I don't know if you guys want to trade this channel. And I mean not the one you're listening to, obviously, but the actual trading channel here. It's going to be interesting. You guys want to look at the candles on it? I don't know that you want to get involved in this, but it's kind of telling you that maybe it would like you to. Now, we look at patterns, we look at charts, we look at price movements, momentum, we look at indicators. Let's look at why don't we look at the RSI? I think it's going to be in a comfortable position. Chilled out in a comfortable position. We went to the 4 hour, didn't we? We didn't maximize that out, did we? It can still kick up if it wants to. It looks like it wants to hang around on this, it looks like it wants to hang out on this 1 hour. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you, if it wants to hang out on the 1 hour, the RSI, I hate trading on RSI. I don't do it. It's a relative strength index, and I don't like it because it's relative, okay? It is relative. If it wants to hang out on the RSI, if you guys would like to trade it, I'm going to tell you that I had an old boss that used to tell me that all the time. I'm going to tell you something. I was like, why do you have to say that to me? I'm an educated person. And now I say that because he said that to me. So the things that bother you about how I talk or what I say, it's probably because someone talked to me that way. Anyway, he was a great guy. I loved him so much. He's a really great guy. He's in the $1 billion club. He's a good guy. So I guess he can tell me something if he wants to. Good group, strong business guys. So it looks like we have some additional room to kind of pull back on. We don't have to in this area. We don't have to pull back. We can maintain a steady trajectory to get back in a position to where it looks like we're in the zone to buy. I'm going to tell you this next level at 13 cents looks pretty strong. Looks real strong. I would put a highlight alert. I would put like they put a flag on the moon, Everyone knows how they put a flag on the moon. Yes. I would put a flag on, there you go. I would put a flag on, now it can move up, huh? Where are you going to park that flag? Well, we're going to park this flag, now that's not on the moon, right? There's more money down here. I'm going to keep this little briefcase down here. We'll move it over here. This little flag is parked on what? What is it stuck into? It's stuck in to 13 cents. It's already had a phenomenal pricing event here. All right? It's already had a phenomenal pricing event, right? Yes. So I would anticipate that to continue, okay? I would anticipate that to repeat. It's just the truth. It's what it's showing us. It's this dynamic, this higher level, this higher percentage, the 50% retracement. It's a key fib. It's a key Fibonacci level. Otherwise, they wouldn't give it to us. I mean, I can't just use a divining rod and tell you guys where we should walk in this, in this confused arena, in this confused space. Now, you need to be careful. You're drawing your own fibs on different time levels, etc., and how they match up with what the market maker or the exchanges might be doing. I cannot give you a disclaimer for that. Okay, my only disclaimer is financial advice. If you want all the, the shred of information in the book on risk analysis that you have to sign off on an arbitration agreement, go do all that with an investment advisor. Don't do it here. Don't expect that here. You're not going to get the full picture. I don't want to give you the full picture. I'm not going to talk about compliance with state and federal laws. I'm not going to talk about all this stuff. I'm going to talk about the technology we have, the pricing indicators, where they match up, and how you can make money using those. Why do I know you can make money? Because it's hitting all of those. They're very key. It's a key. They are key technology indicators. Right? Key technology indicators in the market. It's used on all of the market. Anything with pricing, analytics, and projections. It's just what people use. It's what the street uses. In addition to some other variables, but it's key because here we don't understand the difference between the stock market, okay, and the crypto market. We don't have earnings per share, right? You guys understand that? We don't necessarily, we kind of get into a dividend kind of, analysis or something if we have staking and we have earnings, things like that. You get into some things, but we don't have earnings per share. We don't have EPS. We don't have banks coming at us and saying, well, we're at we're going to go to a strong buy position. I'm not doing that. Banks do that. They look at your EPS. They look at your PE ratio, your price to earnings ratio. They look at different things that they're not necessarily in the crypto market. So this is the one technical that we have, right? You guys understand that? This is the technical that we have. So that's a phenomenal thing. That's a good thing. Okay, we're going to move to the, now that it's been enough time, I want to let you guys know, first of all, join into that Twitter. Stay abreast of all these great things. Let's see, it looks like we picked us a few more people up. That's good. Type in the kingdom, go to the kingdom. Drop down, it'll say go to the kingdom. Hey, look at that. It's royalty. Glad to have some royalty in the house. That's great. TNZ providing our following with knowledge of instant media on crypto. I like that, TNZ. Congratulations, you're working on a following there. I like that. Welcome to the crypto kingdom. Very nice. You guys got some structuring going on. That's nice in terms of your business model. We'll kind of review here. 63,000. 63,000. It looks like Bitcoin is pushing up, right? So in the immediate term, it is some positive price action for people to pay attention on. And let's look at what it's done since the previous. Yep. It's gone up. I'm like, it's gone up 2.6% since its previous all-time high. 2.6%. That is good. Now on the day, okay, as we look at this, it's gone up. It's gone up 5%. That's okay. That's okay. That's good. Huh? That's good. Now we normally travel at light speed. Our velocity gets up into 20 and 30% a day, and that's nice for us. That may be a good day for Bitcoin, 5%, 6%, 10%. So we like Harmony One because it has a larger percentage. It has better price action overall. And nothing wrong with Bitcoin. Hey, I hold Bitcoin. That's fine. That's fine. I have a position. That's fine. Let's look at, I want to look at the chat, if you guys will indulge me for a moment. We have a few people that are here. If you're brand new to the channel, click the thumb up, and I'll be able to reintroduce some facts to you so that you are caught up on the stream, because I know you guys cycle in and out. And I use that thumb up indicator as something that will let me know that we have new people and you need to hear stuff. So we're at 116 now. If another 5 people are here, I'll go ahead and recapitulate, or not recapitulate. It'd be like surrender, wouldn't it? Capitulate to surrender. I will recap. Very interesting. Recap. I'll recap or rehash some of those details. So we're at 116. Let me know anyone new. Use that thumb up, and I'll go over kind of the details on the giveaway for Harmony One, etc. You guys in the chat, can you please let me know what country you're from right now? I'm doing some diagnostics. Let's see, some diagnostics on, let's see. Let me know what country you're currently from. That would be nice for me to hear. Let's see. If you guys have negative comments, just leave them in the form of getting out of the chat session. Okay, you're welcome to get out of the cat in the hat or whatever else you're doing, and not from CIA. I never said that. Absolutely not. Norbert Whitaker, not from CIA. Never said that. Intelligence, studied intelligence at the top levels. Intelligent enough to know that you don't belong here and you're probably not doing well in your market. So let's remove you. And anyone else who's causing problems in our investment community, we don't need it. It's not, let's see what we have. Let's see, yeah, you guys, only hurt the U.S., yes. You guys, looking through policy situations. Let's see what we have. We have 116 people. Some people just get on here to cause a problem, and we have issues with moderators and issues with everything else, and it's a constant process of keeping. Let's see what we have. Let's see what that is. Let's see, Jimbo Sarva, he's just your ordinary con man who can hide his real identity on the channel. I don't think so. You haven't listened to any of our prior videos at all. You haven't listened to any of the prior videos. So anyway, that's not very good. But that's okay. We expect that in the market. You know, that's just part of what has gone on. Nuclear blast. I'd be interested to know, do you have any education on nuclear weapons at all? I doubt that you do. Do you know what a B-61-12 nuclear bomb is, kid? I bet you don't. So talk all the trash you want to and dirty up the commentary here. I'll let you know you don't know anything about. You want to talk nuclear? Do you know what a B-61-12 is? What is it? Laser-guided, self-propelled, tail infliction impact nuclear weapon. Do you know what that is? No. Okay, why don't you go look stuff like that up before you try and pollute people's good time? We don't appreciate it. We don't appreciate it on anyone's behalf. So let's look at bum bum bum. What do we have? We're just going to look at this spam. You're just here spam, so we'll get rid of this. We do have normally we have some moderators that are involved, and they're I guess busy or sleeping. They're tired. Let's see what we have. Looks like we have some people in here that maybe aren't on the in the chats the entire time. What do we have? USA, that's good to have you. Bahamas, Norbert, I think you're the problem here. You can probably is that you that's been a problem? You don't know anything about intelligence or anything else. Whoever's talking about the other stuff, just go somewhere else. You're not needed here. You haven't followed the channel, and you're just jumping in. And I never said I was CIA. I studied intelligence, and you should know the difference. And if you don't, I'd probably put you in the category of being highly unintelligent. So you go figure yourself out, and don't pilfer up our community. I'll stand up for our community. Just get gone. If you don't want to be in here, if you don't want to be a part of the investment community at all, and add any positive dynamic, just get out. You're welcome to get out. So I'm going to stand up for our community. We have a good community. We have received good gains. So Nashville, Tennessee, nice to see you, David. What's going on in Nashville? That's very nice. I assume you guys are doing okay up there with the recent changes. I think Tennessee's gone through some changes. China, what's going on? China, that's good to see. Zaladi, that's nice. China, good to have you. You're one of our first Chinese participants. I appreciate that. John Martin, U.S., nice to have you, John. Yeah, you want to see the math is less and less people are investing in the coin. That would be okay, depending on you. Was that Norbert talking about vacations? I think Norbert's the one that's trying to cause a problem. So, spot your loss. Not sure what this is, unfortunately. Let's see. So what are we doing? Yeah, I'm not just going to provide an opportunity for people. We'll just permanently block these people. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Brazil, Salvador, it's very nice. It's nice that you guys see that. You'll see, I'll open up the live action here on the price chart so you can look at that in the meantime. But I'll dig through on the live session and kind of go through what the, as we look at the consolidation of this pricing. It sounds like some of these people have never been offered a job anywhere. Maybe they're probably jealousy. That happens. You guys understand jealousy occurs, unfortunately. So when you see people reacting against you, don't ever really get angry at them. Just understand that they're jealous of the positions that you had. A lot of them, if you talk about being an advisor to the president or something like that, they'll become jealous. It's not that they have anything to hang their hat on, but you still have to stand up for the community. So we're at the Crypto Kingdom, and we don't have to hide behind anything, nor do we have to be jealous of anything. Another coin, another investment, anything. We celebrate people's success. Brunner, Samuel, Switzerland, hey, welcome. We're big fans of Zermatterhofen. We're big fans of Zermatterhofen, and the Swiss, the overall culture is just phenomenal. So that's really great to have you here. Welcome, and let's see what we have here. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. Nuclear blast, this and that. Retired expert at multiplayer. What is all this? Okay, it seems like it's a little bit off of kilter. Need a North American moderator. Yeah, and we have one, Kenny Crypto. Not sure exactly where the moderators are. It's kind of early in the morning. It was a late night for people. Some of them are overseas, and so I just wanted to come to you kind of live and get some. It looks like Yoski has jumped into the mix here. Hey Yoski, shout out to Yoski. It's nice to have you here. We had some real big problems. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. He literally disregarded. Not sure what Yoski's doing right now. He's been a real phenomenal part of the moderation group here, and I've had to dig through and find some guys that are just causing problems, and that's been a kind of an issue. So we're down to about 85 people. That's a good 85 people. I'll assume if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. We're talking about the returns that we've achieved over the pricing targets based on Fibonacci, kind of Fibonacci diagnostics. So Yoski wants to know about BNB rocket launch. We can look that up real quickly. That's something that we can look into. And major respect, bro. I appreciate that. ABC, I'll call you ABC. Thank you very much for that. We do a lot of work here. It's very detailed, and you're getting the different levels of support. If you want to copy these over and you want to just go and do your own investing, that's fine. You might miss out on some other opportunities to at least get some analytics on something like XRP, where if you looked at the diagnostics, I believe the diagnostics showed you that you had a return coming in excess of 100%, and you've realized that. So if your time and if your opinions are, if you want your opinions to be technically sound, then I would pay attention to the channel, and that's just what we do. That's what we focus on. I would join the Discord. I would make sure you surround yourself with good people, because there's a ton of scammers, guys. When I first got involved in crypto, they were trying to take money from me right and left. They were trying to get me involved at investment levels, on side application developments and everything else. And I spent so much time going through and learning the difficult lessons. So it was difficult in that regard. I didn't like that. Let's see. Try and spread that FUD now that I'm here. Yeah, now you can look. Yoski's here. So if you guys want to spread all of that FUD, you can look. Yoski, the moderator, is in the house. We can kind of rebuild kind of momentum, etc. But yeah, that's disappointing to have that go on. Have people just to be disappointing like that. And I know it's difficult for Yoski, because Yoski's the moderator, but we have. We have no news on Coinbase. Yeah, I know. It's interesting to look at. Coinbase has got a. Let's look that up. I'm gonna look that up in the background so we can discuss that. I'd like to know too, if you guys who got into XRP after you heard our video on it. Let's see. Now, ahead of the Coinbase debut, what's going on is ahead of that Coinbase debut, Bitcoin is reaching its all-time high. So the pricing action's been building into that Coinbase debut, and that's kind of one of the things it's at least coincident in timing with the new high on Bitcoin. And we enjoy the opportunity to go ahead and be involved in discussions about other coins, etc. Ethereum has hit a historical new high of 2,200. Okay, so that's 2,200. ETH has hit in and around 2,200. When is this? That's the news push I'm just getting right now. One is down about 10%. That's fine. We're up 20. We're down about 10. We're reconsolidating. BTC is up about 5, now 62 some odd. Let's see. And Magic Hour. What else do we have here? Dun 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 dun. Let's see. I think we're about okay in terms of the overall exposure of the channel. We've gotten a good, just so you know, this stream has been good. We've brought some more people into the mix. We've discussed some of the pricing action as we see it right now. Again, I can't tell you guys, when you're in the money, I can't ever tell people, don't pay yourselves. I mean, you're going to survive in this business if you pay yourself. You guys know that. So that you have taken the profits at the 20%, that's collectively what you've decided to do. That's nice. Now, it's important. It gives you the ability to say yes. Some of you have made up to 70% in the last few days. Now, let's see what we have. We keep coming down to somewhat of a consolidation pattern. I'd like to see a consolidation pattern with a breakout. The breakout of this consolidation pattern is either, again, going to be down to the golden pocket level of in and around 10, or it's going to be up to the level I think that we drew out in and around prior here to 4. And these are just important to keep on the radar in and around to, let's just look at, hold on one second. What did we bring up? Was it 19? And around the 19, I think it was, close to that. Yeah, 19, that's about right. So we'll look at those specifics. We cover more of the details sometimes in individual posts in the Discord, so you guys can join up on that. Or we can just, let's go ahead and look at this. Thank you, Yoski, so much. Big shout out to Yoski. He's been a huge supporter of the community overall. And I'll just say of Harmony One, we spent a lot of time getting involved in Harmony One. We believe in the long-term trajectory of it and the outlook. But we have a lot of coins that we focus on as well. You guys know that. We have a lot of coins that we focus on in the different channels. And yeah, that's just the way. I see some people left it down thumb. That's fine. Find a way to get sued. But you're funny, Yoski. If you want to get rich, you'll find a way to get sued by the SEC. That's funny. No news on Coinbase. Let's see. I think that's about it. I wanted to update you guys kind of, generally in terms of, going through the new market potential of what's been achieved by Bitcoin. That's phenomenal. Good job. And, if you guys ever see, I'll just tell you, if you ever see someone in the chat rooms or something else misbehaving, you guys hit up Yoski is also on the Discord. So hit him up on the Discord and let's make sure we make a push to do that, to keep things clean and to keep them well, because it looks like, a natural fall off, essentially. Kind of the momentum of the stream has kind of, just died down naturally. I keep running into this. You guys, you see me draw it out 3 times now. Okay, that means we're kind of running into it, right? As the pricing action develops, we're forming something here. Again, the top level breakout could be around 19. The bottom level breakout could send us down to that golden pocket. A lot of people want to pick up coins at 10 cents. I just know that it's going to be a big level. Now, as we look at what's in between, you cannot say, normally I'll say there's nothing in between. If there's nothing in between, just listen to this. Normally I'll say there's nothing in between in terms of a support level, etc. The fact is that we do have something hugely in between, and let's look at a horizontal line. This is hugely in between it just reaching that level of the golden pocket, which is going to be the 10 to the 10.5. Okay, the 10 to the 10.5 are key acquisition levels that people just want to get in on Harmony One. Now as we look at the 12.8, okay, the 12.8 or the 13, that is in the way of this getting down to where you would say, yeah, it's not a clear line down to this golden pocket area. You're going to run into a problem here. People have already made 30% at that level. So psychologically, it's already predefined, first of all, in and along the Fibonacci, okay, with the Fibonacci calculations. You're going to run into that as you head down into this golden pocket, which, again, this is part of the natural retracement of Harmony One. It's just part of the pricing action. It's not out of the ordinary. Nothing crazy is happening. It's just part of the retracement. People are making phenomenal gains during this time frame. So as we look at this level, do know, I'm bringing this up, this right here is going to be an interrupter. It should be an interrupter. Okay, the probabilities, the likelihood is it's already been an enormous interrupter. Okay, to the tune of 50% of a disruption that added $500 million to the $1.5 billion overall market capitalization. 500 million right here. Okay, so it's a significant level. It would be beyond imagination that it would not now continue to be any kind of realistic level. If it added 500 million to a $1.5 billion concern, it's a key institutional level that's kind of been defined by the pricing action, at least a mathematical level, in and around this Fibonacci. So you do have that in between. Getting into this golden pocket, that's one of your barriers. That's one of the hurdles you'd have to get over if you want to try and acquire and you have limit orders on Harmony One at this level. So that's going to be difficult to just get on through. I wouldn't see just a clean, clear coast on into that. I would see some people making some money in and around this level. Let's see. Imagine the accumulation at 10 cents. Yeah, Yoski, I think it would be huge. I think there would be a huge amount of accumulation at 10 cents. It's recently been to 20. People will think, well, that's a double on your, if you could get in at 10, you could double your money. We know you can double your money hitting at the right levels in and around these different areas. A next key level that we may see again, we may just cruise on down right now since we've already tested this and hit it for about 20%. I wouldn't be surprised if either we go up a bit and get some traction. It's happened before that this has stalled out, pump faked, and wanted to go to the upside. That just happened here. That wouldn't be real surprising to me if it decided to just kind of get new legs as it's broken out of the channel. And it says this downward channel here. Okay, this downward channel, it's broken out of there. It's maintaining outside of the channel. What we saw last time when this occurred here, it paused for a bit and then it just skyrocketed, right? Do you guys recall that? Yeah, it paused in and around right here and then it just skyrocketed. Wham, it just decided to continue its upward trajectory. It had broken out of this channel, okay? So it broke out of this channel and then it skyrocketed. Here, it's broken out of that channel you see there. It is kind of reconfirmed and paused on the upside of that channel. So yeah, we could see an upside move. It would not be like a contraindication in terms of the behavior of Harmony One, of the pricing behavior. And historically, it would be very accurate to see that occur. Okay, so be prepared for that. If you hold a position, just be prepared for the possibility of a very positive, increase in price, a positive price action. That dynamic to occur. If it decides to go down, it would not be abnormal to see it pierce through. We have tested this level. We normally test a level once. You'll see we test the level, we get through it. We test the level, we get through it. We test the level, we get an influx of capital. We get down into, we may fall on through this just as we fell through this. Now this is a bigger level. Now it represents a complete recapture of the gain here, but it represents nonetheless a large overall. As we look at the overall, let's look at this, the overall Fibonacci dynamics here. We're seeing that this is a key level. It carries across a lot of weight at a double down or a triple down level in terms of your overall investment. It's a lower price, so it's going to have a larger demand. Very simply put, guys, a lower price, so it'll have a larger demand. So let's see what we have. That's going to be your interrupter in terms of trying to get to your golden pocket. Also, what's going to be an interrupter before you get there? I'm going to tell you on the 50-day moving average, yeah, you're at the 20-day moving average. In terms of the 50-day moving average, and the 50-day is going to remain positive. The 20-day may kind of run into kind of a little bit of a dip. It may oscillate. It may turn into a beautiful indicator with a nice, kind of an oscillation to it. This 50-day moving average is going to continue to be strong. Okay, so it is also another barrier. You have one barrier here, look, which is this 13 line. Okay, that's the 50% retracement line on the Fibonacci. That's one barrier to getting your incredible price that you want to get. You guys who want to acquire in and trade, you're going to run into this barrier. You're also going to run into potentially another barrier, which is this moving average, okay, wherever that is. So you have one barrier to getting down there. You have another barrier to getting down there, which is the 50-day moving average. Okay, you're going to want to definitely stay above that, and this is a great time for discounts on this coin as we get good news and additional details as you continue to make money in the process. Particularly for those of you looking to get into Harmony One, this may represent a great time for you to look at acquiring some coins at a price that you really didn't even think was possible earlier on. And the 50% retracement is not a collapse in value. The 50% retracements went on at every single level here almost. Okay, the 50% retracement is very normal. Okay, that's a 50% retracement, more than a 50% retracement, more than a 50% retracement. We've seen that along the lines here. So on the overall aggregate, a 50% retracement is not that big of a deal. It's not unmanageable. And look at the pricing action that's been created here. It's nice. After this kind of stall out on the tarmac, we do see an increase at this key level here, this key level of support, which is that 13, which equivalent is the 50% retracement. It's a strong institutional level, guys. It's a strong institutional level. You guys know that. So you saw the pricing dynamic go up 50%, essentially add a tremendous amount to the market cap of Harmony One, almost institutionally kind of geared. You have to say that's a lot to throw in 500 million into a market cap. That's a big swing. So that's someone maybe watching Harmony One with some big dollars, maybe in like an exchange or something. I'm not sure who would do that. It's a lot of money. As we look at this level again, we predicted this right in and around this specific targeted and predicted. It's predicted, but guys, it's calculative. It's the level at which the Fibonacci tells us that this is also a key retracement within this smaller frequency. Okay, so within that smaller frequency, we got into a circumstance where the pricing action just became very obvious that was going to be the key support area within this smaller frequency event. Okay, that's essentially, I'm just going to say, our bottom rung, our 7.8, our 7.8.6 retracement level. 78% of the value had been retraced by this point. It's a key indicator. There's more money there. We told you, we let you know, yes, there was going to be more investment at this level. Let's take a look at the comments real quickly. I see Harmony in the bull market higher than $1. That's nice. That's nice. I like to see that too. And there's always, I always have, someone says like, if you want to bring up, is there ever an escape plan? I heard that yesterday. I want to talk about that. Is there ever an escape plan from something like Harmony One? Absolutely. There's always an escape plan. There's always something, let's see. Essentially, what do you look at when you think of an escape plan? You think kind of, what is your ultimate exit strategy on the worst case scenario? And I let people know, as you balance that, you need to look at the notion that there is essentially that there is a Hiroshima event which can occur. Okay, it can occur positively, okay, or negatively. It can occur negatively. Your account can get wiped out. right? You can go to zero. It can also occur positively, okay, in terms of you missing out on a positive price action. And that's what I let people know that it can happen on the downside. You could collapse in value. It could also happen to the upside, to where you miss out on the positive action. A lot of people missed out on this 20x your money, 20 times your money. A lot of people did get out of the market here and sold. So it's kind of a new dynamic that's been created in around here of people that are willing to trade Harmony One and like the pricing action that it presents to them. We've been very consistent with these different levels. That's very dependable for people like us that are involved in it to be able to point at and say, yes, we like these dynamics. We are enjoying these pricing action dynamics as you're able to put together a 30% gain essentially in a matter of a few days, along with some other gains, a 10% gain, a 10% gain. That's allowing people to make good returns on their money. We want to maximize our returns, okay? This was a very predictable level. We discussed that in depth and very directly because it was very predictable given the mathematics involved, given the actual program that we're using to kind of run some diagnostics on this chart. So it's been as I move this line a little bit out of the way. And let me see if I can take the numbers off here, or if I can move this to the side. Let's move this to the side for a minute. And let's just look at, what I'll do is I'll also move some of these. I'll declutter. Allow me to declutter this. What we'll do is these are just some sort of investment levels, some hypothetical investment levels I had thrown up, some strategies to help you maximize your gain on that 20%. It worked out well. So this is the overall price action. And I have to say, guys, it doesn't look that bad, and I'm gonna say that bad in the context of this recent stall out on the tarmac. I don't want to say, well, we're back into the bulls. We're back into, we were gonna expect a bull run here, guys. Okay, I can't necessarily say that right now based upon what I see, but I say, in terms of making that qualification, that I'm prepared to see that soon, or that's what the indicators are telling me right now. The chart's not necessarily telling us that. But we're getting into it being close. We had a great price event here. We had another 20% here. It seems like it's wanting to kick up. The more that it offers a discount to the market, it seems like the market and let's say the market participants and let's just say the market maker are allowing this to kind of receive this the benefit of kind of a strong demand. And I appreciate that in the chart right now. Let me say that first and foremost. I appreciate that. I appreciate the predictive dynamics in which that is occurring, and it adds some stability to our focus here in our trading with Harmony One, and that's important. It's adding some stability to our ability to trade this. We can have a chart that looks phenomenal that everyone would think they'd like to be involved in, and it may have the worst corrective action that gets everybody by surprise. This is very predictable. This has a lot of an element of accuracy built into it, which is very highly attractive to people who are involved in trading. Okay, it's rare. Okay, it's rare that we have this level of it, and I think there's a lot of smart people involved. The guys who are involved in the management and at Binance, they know how to run their investments, and that's what they're doing. So we're with one of the best teams. It's the number one exchange in the world for crypto. So we're able to take advantage of their technology and on the premium package level, etc. And all of you in the Discord, all of you on the Twitter, we're able to approach these things at a very predictive level. So it's nice. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for being a part of the community. It means a lot to me to be able to sincerely say that to you. So let's see whatever else we have. Let's see, Yoski, hit up that Discord guy. There you go. Link pin above. Let's see. Said not advice. But just as everybody said, not advice. That's right. It's not advice. If you guys want advice, go to your brokerage houses. That's fine. Let's see what we have. It looks like a lot of people giving advice in these layers. Yoski, what do you think about everybody giving advice, talking about different things to do? I don't know. Biggest runners, just breathing. I don't know. You guys get into that stuff. Maybe I should just not pay attention at all to any of the chats. Maybe that's why some of you don't pay attention to the chats. If so, I understand completely. Do a favor for me. If we have any new people in Harmony One right now that would like to hear about the giveaway, that would like to hear a recap and hear about I guess 1,000 Harmony One is going to be given away. If you would like to hear that, let me know right now, and just hit the thumb up by letting me know, and I'll generate that conversation just briefly again and let you know where to look for that 1,000 Harmony One giveaway. It's very simple to enter. You'll have to essentially click on a button. So let me know. There's 122 right now that have clicked a thumb up. Click another thumb up, and I will know that you're new to the group, and I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and let you know those details. If there's more new people in the chat, try and regain some momentum for the morning. It's still early. It's still kind of early, so that's okay. It's a nice day to be involved in the stream because we have some news that's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum and Harmony and a bunch of different kind of great things to look at. Let's see what we have. All right, we're going to take just 1 second as I try and read. Let's see. Looks like we have, I'm going to switch platforms into another, there we go. All right, I have my second platform up now. This is more of a kind of complete look. So I think we're at like 122 in terms of the overall thumbs ups. If you guys want to, if you're new to the group at all and you need to hear any of the details in terms of the 1,000 Harmony giveaway, etc., let me know. Otherwise, guys, the pricing action is looking decent. We had a good pickup here at this 50% retracement level on the Fibonacci. We had a good pickup here at the, I'm going to say that was the 0.78 pickup on this retracement level, this individualized price action. So the 30%, then the 20%. You guys have made good gains here recently. That's positive. And the group that's in here now, you guys have been here for a bit, so that's nice to have you here. It's a good group. Thank you for listening. Please put in the comments right now. Yeah, it is a great community, Michael Rodriguez. I appreciate that. Will you please let me know exactly what questions do you have? Exactly what you would want. In terms of people saying they're all in on Harmony One and they regret it, I want to tell you guys that's why we have different levels of investment. That's the strategy. Like when you hear the big guys talk, okay, they're not saying that they're going all in. They're not putting all their money in any one thing. They're not doing that. Can you imagine them being all involved in something, all of their money involved? No, we always have a safety net. We always have something below, which we call insurance, to double down or triple down on. We make sure we like the investment. That's the other thing. We make sure we like the investment, and we wouldn't mind holding it. Okay? The developers of Harmony One have already sold a company to Apple. All right? They know how to build the infrastructure, guys. They know how to do this. So I'm very confident in the overall structure. I'm willing to double down in a bigger, larger area, let's say on the eventual possibility of a Hiroshima down, an escape plan. Yeah, I'm willing to cover any previous losses. That's fine. I don't mind holding this if it's a bull run and something happens and whatever does occur. I'm willing to go through this transition. I believe in its ability to increase in price. If I didn't think that were feasible in terms of getting up in excess of where we're at, in excess, and I've talked about these projections of getting into somewhat of just an escalated overall price. I would think it would be very rare, okay, for us to go through a huge accumulation, and you guys understand there's a huge accumulation in value or appreciation in value of the overall, the aggregate market cap of the altcoins, etc. And with Harmony One being a top 100 market cap concern, that it wouldn't receive additional attention. It's not going to gain. It's at 1.5 billion. It's not going to gain another billion. What are the odds of it not gaining another billion in market cap as this market continues to grow? What are the odds of that? I think the odds are very low. So I see an easy, not an easy, but a clear indication that the value of the coin is going to appreciate. That's my common logic to look at this scenario, look at the circumstance. That's just we could talk about the overall. They are putting together ETFs right now. They're putting together ETFs that are going to look at. I think some of the ETFs are going to trade on Bitcoin. I had a conversation with a guy out of New York. Was it Arch or Arch? Good guy. And his name was Jim. He's up in New York. We had a good talk. His company is putting together that ETF, and they just submitted a new framework application as of that morning, I believe, or recently that week. And he was telling me about the ETF to trade on social sentiment, also, or Metcalfe's law, which was nice. So I had a good conversation with him. He's a sophisticated gentleman. And yeah, so he's also looking at a potential altcoin. They're looking at all different types of investment instruments that will capitalize on and allow people to invest in to invest in the different altcoins versus kind of the major players, the major coins. So that's important that that's gaining some attention. But when that occurs on the aggregate level, you can anticipate that these are going to be treated, with a lot more cash on in terms of the accumulation on the or a value added additional market capitalization, let's say, in addition to what they already have. So that's a complicated way of saying when that becomes like a broad-based decision, people start putting in massive amounts of capital into all of the altcoins. Someone's saying, yes, we want to throw 100 million at a time into all the altcoins. I would argue that's already occurring, but as the crypto space continues to gain momentum, they will be essentially, I believe, very strongly thrusting additional amounts of cash into the top 100, okay, into these top 100, okay, and Harmony One's very well positioned in terms of taking advantage of that. So, in addition to the let's say the pricing action and the trading that we get to that we have the opportunity to take advantage of these kind of intraday trades. We get to day trade it on a predictable level, which is a lot of fun. We get to have fun and make money. We just have to be patient. We can do that. We can be patient, set out our targets, etc. And we just saw how that got a nice 20%. You guys, and I saw you guys selling. That's fine. I saw you guys specifically selling on that. That's a good job. I saw you specifically selling on this event where you made between 30, 40, or 50%. That's just recently here. So that makes this fun while we know it's a good story and we anticipate the overall market gathering more market capitalization. It's just a very simple equation. Again, we're not dealing with earnings per share. We're not dealing with, we're not dealing with complicated stock, terminologies. We're not dealing with that. We're dealing with charts, with a program, and with, expected kind of price targets. So they don't have us dealing with too much that's too complicated. I don't even need, people say it's not a financial opinion, advice. This isn't financial advice. It's not even dealing with the overall financials. People always qualify that on a cryptocurrency, but you have to think like this is not even. It's technically a financial instrument. It is traded. It involves money, but it's not. Not talking about earnings per share. This is a very very simple calculation. And in terms of your risk, always discuss that with somebody else. Always go through those issues and make your own decisions. In terms of the exit strategy, I don't really have one right now. I just have a double down approach because I really like Harmony One. So I have a double down approach. That's my approach. And that's kind of where I'm at personally. I enjoy trading it. I'll say that. I enjoy day trading it very much. And there's two categories. People who want to hold it. That's it. They got in 2 or 3 cents, or they got in recently, and they just want to hold it forever. We can do that. I mean, or you can do that. Anyone can do that. That's your right to do that. Or you can day trade it. That's your right to do that. And we need both to interact with the market maker, the exchanges, to create an overall synergy and a pricing, a pricing dynamic. If everyone bought and just held, the price wouldn't go anywhere. There's no additional money into it. The price would not go anywhere. So we need the price to essentially go up. We need to attract kind of a different element to the pricing structure or the pricing mechanisms, and by doing that, we do that by trading. So that's just both parties need the same thing, which is kind of each other in terms of establishing volatility and on the upside. I think it has a good chance to attract some additional market capitalization and some additional broad-based, and I look at that on a day when Bitcoin is going up, and additionally, attract a broad base since it is positioned in about the top 100. So that's nice at about 1.5 billion. Let's look at, let's see what we have. Yeah, let's see what else we have. There are a lot that get wrecked. Listen to this channel and learn how to fish. Yeah, that's good. I like that, Rodriguez. We try and do. We're not lazy about our price entries. You guys know we'll spend a day or 2 days. We just will. That's what we do. Is we spend time. We look at the calculations, and we let the program tell us. You know that, and some of you guys are using your own program on different time frames. That's fine, but we let the program tell us when to trade. Okay, We see the patterns of the the first step up. We see the level of support. Second step, level of support. Third step up, almost. It gets a little bit chaotic in here, but we know this is a predictive on the Fibonacci. So the program's telling us that this is a great chart to trade on. In addition to the gains, and I tell you, I like this move. It was a strong move, guys. This 50% retracement to the upside. The 30% to 40%, but hitting the 50% mark, okay, the 50% retracement is 50% from the peak down to this level. And it's just, I like the pattern that's developed. It looks like it's strengthening, and that's, it is, as a matter of certainty, from the stall out on the tarmac. And it just got too hot. It overheated. Honestly, we were a situation when we were in a passenger airline. It was like, well, we're on the tarmac. We've overheated. It's like, okay, everything's kind of overheated. That's understandable. So we're regaining that momentum, and it looks like we're trying to thrust to the upside. Again, remember that the complications. People want this price target in around here. They want to get in at half price. I understand that. You're going to have this again, this level, that 13 cents. You're going to run into that again if you get down here. You're going to run into it again. You're going to have to get through that barrier. It's going to be a barrier. There's going to be money there. Okay, we do, just in terms of a logical look at the slope of a demand curve, it's going to be next to nothing on top. Then it's going to have a slope to it. So this is essentially the slope to your demand curve. If you look at this as well, what's a double down, a triple down approach? Well, academically speaking, it's kind of a slope to a demand curve, and it has about this slope, a double or triple down approach, and it covers your investment, maximizing your gains, minimizing your risk, and essentially allowing you to comport with market principles of supply and demand. So looking at this, we have this level at 13. We also have the 50-day moving average, which is going to be another barrier to you getting your 50% discount, which if we get on down past the moving average, we can get through these 1-2 barriers, but it's going to take the 13, then it's going to take wherever this moving average is at, then you're still going to have to penetrate through that and get through that. So it's really going to want to have to get down through there, to get to that level, that kind of golden level, which is represented by here. I can bring that over to look at. But you guys, you understand that there are some barriers. It seems like, it seems like there are more barriers to get to that, to get to the golden pocket, to get to that level, than there are to just kind of reestablishing some normal pricing behavior. All right? That's what it seems like. Now, that can occur. I mean, as gravity would be gravity on a stock price, that can occur as interest wanes. Or, what's interesting is we started off on Harmony One because of its hedge nature with Bitcoin, okay? Because as Bitcoin was dropping, this was going up 20 times. So it is possible within the dynamic. You guys appreciate this. You should like this in terms of a kind of a sophisticated investor approach, personal investor, etc. But as Bitcoin was dropping, Harmony One was rising 20 times, right? Yes. So what we have is, now that Bitcoin may be drastically going up, reaching all-time new highs, and look at this, as Bitcoin has been going up, reaching all-time new highs, this is kind of leveled off. I like the hedge factor, the inverse correlation, the negative correlation. I like that quite a bit. But for Bitcoin, if it continues to go up, maybe it'll provide the right opportunity for us to get a huge discount in here, and not all the way down there, but a huge discount. Now, when Bitcoin starts to trail off again, I'll tell you, when Bitcoin starts to trail off again, that's when we've seen the strongest gains in Harmony One. And I want to stay plugged into it enough because the gains were dramatic enough and the charts were beautiful enough. I just like the pricing dynamic, and I like the story enough. I'm really happy to have found it. I really am, and that's just me being sincere. And I'm happy to have found all of you. If I disagree with all your investment principles, your advices, or whatever else your positions are, that's fine. That's a good thing, and. It takes a lot of different roles in life to realize who all we are. Let's see if there's anything else in the actual. I just wanted to come in early, and we got a good response from this video. If you guys don't know, join the Discord. It's in the top of the comment section, and join also. I'll bring up just real quickly. I'll bring up the Twitter. I think you guys have all been here already, but this Twitter, just type in your search box on Twitter. Type in The Kingdom, TheKingdom. All right, type in The Kingdom. Scroll all the way down and click on Go to the Kingdom. Do that. This is the Crypto Kingdom. So do that. Click on follow. We'll plug you into giveaways. We'll plug you into all kinds of information. And it's just crucial. I'll go through a few shout outs real quickly. Gustav Ditters. Shout out to Gustav and Tamios Hey, Tamios, nice to have you here. Work on your profile, put you a picture in there so we know who you are. We can help build the community here for Harmony One. And I have a feeling, a strange feeling, it's going to continue to reward the patient. So that is us. We are going to be the patient and the kind, and just support Harmony One in the community. That's what we're going to do. That's what we feel like we should do. We think it's a smart decision for us personally. So let's see. Let's see what you got here in the comments section. Are there any other questions? Thank you for the great analysis of one. Please go over SOL, which has also had a stellar price action, as well as in another video. That's a question mark. Join us in the. I appreciate that very much. Shout out Dan. If you will go and just place that in the Discord, me and some other people will start to get busy on that. We'll start to look into that. So let's see. Yeah, we'll be happy to do that. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD? No, we don't have that. No, we don't have that at all. Not at all. We just hit a pricing target here. We know our pricing targets. We understand the Fibonacci's. We understand where that's taking us. And if other people do have that, and it's not my job to reassure people. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about the technicals. And a lot of it's a learning process for everybody involved. It's a reinforcement process for me, and it's a great process for us all ultimately to be involved in. So that's what I feel about this overall process, and it will reward the patient. I'll tell you that much. So in terms of a lot of people want to jump ship quickly. No, it's good to be patient. Absolutely. And it looks like Bitcoin is kind of stalling out at the top. It may continue to run. We'll see what it does. This bottom line is Bitcoin. As Bitcoin has gone up, we've seen kind of a retracement here in Harmony One. So that's okay. That's to be expected. It's garnering some its attention now. If it can get us a better reentry price, that's great. I'll tell you what, the quicker that this can get back to the 13-cent level, the more excited I am on the channel, etc. You guys will know that I'm saying this. The more quickly it can get back, either in the upward direction, either in the upward direction or in and around if it wants to jettison down to the 13 mark, that's fine. I know there's a lot of orders there because you've already made 30 to some people made 50% at the 13-cent mark. Okay, so that's going to be a big level for people to continue to look at. There's probably just on the books. There's the mark there. Now, it's going to get kind of dicey here. You hit that moving average, there's going to be orders there. Okay, if it pierces through that, there's going to be a huge amount of orders at 10, guys, at 10.5. It's just going to, it's going to be, I would expect us to be, enter into a position where we're, just skyrocketing. It should be a massive accumulation in terms of the, let's say the accumulation, the market capitalization is probably a good thing to look at that point. Huge influx of dollars or other currencies into the market capitalization of Harmony One. So I don't see too many more yes and the kind. I think in the gentle history will reward all of those. What else do we have? Not much. I think you guys have done a good job. And Yuski, thank you for jumping in because we had a problem with some of the guys. But this stream, just so we counted out between the people that are still watching, we had, if you're new and kind of showed up late, Yoski, and so everybody, we got a lot of likes early on. That was good. So sometimes we'll have to go through a long period of time to get people to engage. It was an exciting time today, so we got a lot of likes. And some people, I think, were here for the wrong reasons. So that's okay. That's okay. I had to dig through them, and we missed you, Yoski. I know it's not easy to always be plugged in, so we did miss you. I should have maybe touched base with you. I'll try and do that in the future as a matter of absolute, make sure we get that confirmation that we're going live. So I'll try and do that. Just wanted to jump in and kind of give people an update on what was going on. So as we look at this, let's just watch the pricing develop here. If you're involved at a higher level, that's fine. If you've chosen not to trade out of this, what I'll say is during this dynamic, during the time in which you are learning, during the time in which you're learning in this paradigm, we're still dealing with like $100, $200, maybe it's $1,000, $2,000, whatever your investment level is. That will dictate whatever and along with your risk tolerance. That'll dictate where you're at. But it's a double and triple down approach. It's what the top investment houses are using right now. And if we can apply that along with the technology that we're given and the support levels and operate all of that within a consistent framework of economics, as the price goes down, the demand goes up. There's still some demand for us at the higher prices. It's just not as much. And that's the amount of money we're willing to put in at those levels. So if we're looking at, if you said, well, I just got involved here, well, as a fact that we've been discussing this top level and let's say these top two levels and that we have more money down below at this level, kind of like an insurance. Naturally, it wants to gravitate towards this golden pocket, this 0.618, okay, retracement. It wants to do that. That's kind of a natural part of the framework of the growth cycle of the stocks, or of a price action. So we know that fundamentally that it wants to gravitate towards there. It's got some barriers. It has to get back through this 13 cents, which won't be easy at all if it wants to go there, unless it's just doing a current pump fake. And it's been known to do pump fakes. This is a little bit less indicative of a pump fake unless we go back to this specific pricing action here. I just say this specific pricing action gave us a heck of a pump fake here. So we could see that. That may be what we're going through. This looks like a kind of a real smooth price action here, though. This is a nice, it's going to be a nice little price action there. So I anticipate we'll run into 13 cents again. Looking at the price action here, it doesn't look like we developed a pump fake, so I can affirmatively say that to those of you who are still listening. It doesn't look like we've created a pump fake. We have, I would say, the next level of reinvestment is going to be heavy, probably heavy for people who just made 50% or 30 to 50% at this level. It's going to be in and around that 13 cent mark. So that's the next target price that I'm looking at, so that you've listened through, and those of you who are hearing right now, the next target price that I'm looking at is 13 cents. So I'll be looking at 13 cents with enough in reserve at the next level to go ahead and double or triple down into this area. I believe that we will, it may require us getting involved with this moving average. We may not be able to get there, guys. In terms of the discount that you want, we may receive a slight oscillation in this, but the story's too good. I just think the story's just too darn good with the management team, etc., and the price action's too good. So you guys take care of yourself. It is Tuesday. It's the beginning of the week. Make sure you invest in all the relationships that are surrounding your investment decisions. And you want a BNB update? Yeah, you sure can. You've earned that, Kenny Crypto. Absolutely. Real quickly, right as I talk about investing in different relationships, etc. It's like, Kenny's kind of my friend. Yeah, I got to say that, Kenny, you're kind of my friend, brother. Online, etc. You've been a good listener to the channel, and you're kind of an emotional supporter. Your presence is appreciated. Yeah. Now I peppered in and around here. Now this was a Fibonacci level that it got to. I have a video of me with a pointer. Literally, you guys will look back on the Discord. I literally have a finger pointed right at where it is right now. It went up and sailed through with some great velocity to the upside. These are extensions, okay? These are Fibonacci extensions. So as we look at these, you guys understand, when I say there was nothing stopping it to the next level, there just wasn't. Now, what has happened, it looks like people have taken profits and have put them from here into Bitcoin. That's fine. It just, as it keeps doing this is indicative of BNB, and I don't know how heavily people might be involved in it. What I like about the previous price action, and this is a new development, it's kind of like, it's beat the odds here, because as Kenny, as you see here, we've gone up above this level, and this is, if you don't know how to draw the extensions, they can be complicated, okay? As you look at drawing the extensions, this is the 1.61. This is 61% of the original price action movement to the upside. Okay, 161% of this leg right here. Let me see if I can move. I don't need to move that. See if I can move this. There we go. You can kind of get a better picture of this. 161% of this move, okay, of this move right here, 161% of that move from here is up into here, okay, up into this area. So that is a big dynamic as we look at. It seemed to breach through, and we're seeing a little bit different of a price action. I'm glad you asked for an update. I had discussed in the Discord, and pay attention, like in the Discord, because I discussed kind of peppering in at these levels, not real heavy. XRP I discussed kind of foundational, heavy opportunity. It's gone 2 times. It's gone 2x since I said that in the last 5 days. So, and that was before people were saying that, just based upon the movement on one day. We're the first to kind of call that. You guys know that. That's just the truth. So as we look at this, what I liked about this, Kenny, was we had a retouch here. We had this retouch in and around this area, and the more we zoom out, okay, the more that we choose to zoom out on this, we're going to see that's kind of in line with a kind of a reconfirmation there. It's almost like it's behaving a little bit to the contrary now, where I would maybe want to get involved with the exact places that I've placed, and this is why you have to be extraordinarily precise, okay, extraordinarily precise in terms of your Fibonacci's. And I mean, you almost get to the point where you want to spend a good 10, 20 minutes on it. So to do it kind of on the fly is not necessarily, something that we're going to want to do. I'm just going to state that. What I will say is that we broke through that area. Let's keep that trend line right there. I may spend some more time on that and upload an additional kind of update price target on this. I said there was nothing that's really stopping it until you get to this 757 level. And this I think this has been just pulled back just a touch. But the 757 level was the key level. And it's just because there is nothing statistically between the level it had reached and that higher level. Now it's chosen to pull back a little bit. That's okay. People are taking profits from BNB and they're throwing it into Bitcoin. So that's just kind of what's occurring right now. It also may be a small consolidation. As you look at this, it has a habit of going small consolidation. Let's look at this level of consolidation so that you see this. It has this, that's 10%. Believe it or not, this level of consolidation here is 10%. Okay, that's in between the 372 and the 412, that pullback from 412 to 372. In and around here, we're at 11%. Okay, so that's completely consistent. That's from the 608 to the 539. Okay, so this pullback right here is almost right on par with the pullback up here. I'm not sure that would give me like a heavier level of investment that I would really be comfortable with. Again, just peppering in at these higher levels, and that's in relation to your overall kind of the foundational or the overall investment amount that you have. It still has great potential upside because, again, there's nothing right now. It's kind of in a consolidation or it's in a necessary kind of breather. That still doesn't mean that it hasn't surpassed this level, this statistical level, and it hasn't used that as resistance. It turned it into support. It broke through it, so it still has the potential to go up to the 769. The 757. That's what my take on it would be, is that this little pullback in this area would be consistent. If I see it deviate any further down from that 10%, I would say that it's not something that would likely be to continue upon its current trajectory. At least it would be establishing a new pattern. So again, peppered into it. It might be a good time to experience some of that phenomenal growth, because at some point it's going to catch. I think people were looking at that. At some point it stands to catch up with Ethereum and Bitcoin. So that's what makes it a good thing for us to discuss. And that's my take on it. There's still nothing statistically here or in the ratios built into the market that would prohibit it from going here. It's already breached that level. It has dipped down below, but then it's right back above it. So within the normal framework of what it likes to kind of consolidate in before another potential run. Would have liked to have seen it all on the upside of this level. Would have liked to have seen it all on that upside, using this complete the whole time as a support instead of having to go back through, retrace, and then go up. I don't think it's a deal breaker, though. I'll just say I don't think it's the deal breaker. But you see the difference here. It looked like it was using that as a support. Or let's see, let me scale up on this. It was using that as a resistance, and then it used it as a support. That's ideal. Now, since things happened, it has broken down a bit. So the technicals have changed on it, but I don't think people have been watching the technicals. So that's important that they have changed. To the extent it can get over that, it still may be worth. Let me really zoom in on this. It's going to tell us whether or not it wants to hold that. It's kind of different. It has this habit of wanting to pull back 10% or so. That's fine. I'm just surprised if it doesn't want to hold that now, because as you look at this, this is the problem. We already got the confirmation on it. Again, we can go to the Bermuda Triangle or defy the odds. This is it defying the odds right here. It blasted through. It reconfirmed. It blasted up, and then somehow it decided to kind of